John chapter 5 and verse 39. We will give praise, glory, and honor to Yahuwah of hosts, the true and living Elohim of Shamahim and earth. In the name of our Master and King Yahushua HaMashiach. We will begin at the 5th chapter of John and the 39th verse, where it says, search the scriptures, for in them you think you have eternal life, and they are they which testify of me, and you will not come to me that you might have life. I receive not honor from men, but I know you that you have not the love of Elohim in you. I want you to go to Jeremiah chapter 4 and verse 22, since I was talking about being a simpleton. I'm going to need somebody to mute their phone who got their speakerphone on. I appreciate it. Jeremiah 4 and 22. After that, get you Romans chapter 16 and about verse 17. It says, for my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish children. They have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. Listen to what he said in the next part. I beheld the earth, and it was without form and void, and the Shamahims, and they had no light. I beheld the mountains, and lo, they trembled, and all the hills moved lightly. I beheld, and lo, there was no man. All the birds of the Shamahim fled. I beheld, and lo, the fruitful place was a wilderness, and all the cities thereof were broken down at the presence of Yahuwah, and by his fierce anger. Now you sit back and we're going to work out something. You know what it means to be sottish? Stupid. You're just outright stupid. You know what I'm saying? So you got the Most High sitting back saying, my people are stupid children. You know what I'm saying? He say they don't have no understanding. They're wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no information. Let's go over here to Romans 16 to 17 real fast. Again, this is would be reiterated. What I told you last night, what the Apostle Paul stated. When he said that some of you have not the knowledge of the Most High, I speak this to your shame. That's why he say my people perish for lack of knowledge. See, when you don't have any knowledge, that's what's going to cause you to be stupid, because you're going to be turned over to a reprobate mind. So you're going to do the things that's not convenient. This is why he's obviously continually warning y'all about that, because somebody is teetering on the edge of heading in that direction. You know what I'm saying? Somebody is teetering on that edge. Somebody's on that diving board and it's just flopping. You know what I'm saying? Because you playing a real dangerous game. And when you get in this situation or circumstances where you know what this man word say and you're not keeping it in your mind, and he going to turn you over, not only to do that, but to do things that are 100 times worse than that. You know what I'm saying? He say, now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions and offenses contrary to the doctrine which you have learned, and avoid them. Now this is something serious right here. Do you see what he told you to do? He told you to avoid people that would cause divisions and sins contrary to what you had learned. See, some of y'all are like that to your own self. You know how I say, because that's what he just mentioned. He says my people are sottish children, so that means you're stupid. You know what I'm talking about? You ain't got no knowledge to do good. You only got knowledge to do evil. You got a lot of knowledge. You got plenty of sense to go do that. You know what I'm saying? This is why the Apostle Paul is warning you, people that's coming with divisions and offenses contrary to what you learned, it would be best for you to get away from them. See, I'm going to show you why. Go ahead and Deuteronomy 13. Just look at what the law said. Don't mean you got to go around here stoning nobody. You see, a lot of y'all don't do that. You know what some of y'all do? You know how stupid some of y'all is in real life? Y'all will go ask the opinion of a sinner before you would ask the opinion of a Kodeshim. That's how dumb. That's how I know you a sinner. You know what I'm saying? Because I wouldn't go ask a sinner about righteousness. Does that make any sense? That's just like this here, like how you mentioned this here. I don't work with my hands. I don't know nothing about automotives. You coming asking me about automotives is a stupid thing to do, because I cannot assist you at all. You know what I'm saying? My knowledge on that is very limited. I wouldn't be able to tell you nothing. You know what I'm saying? You'd be like this here. So what you think that is right there on my engine? Shoot, nigga, I don't even know what that is. What is that part called? All I know how to do is this. Put the key in the ignition, start it, and go. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? I ain't ashamed to tell you. I don't know nothing about it. Have I ever put myself like I knew anything about it? I don't know nothing about that stuff. Don't come asking me about why you think my AC in my house not working. Shoot it, because it ain't working. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing about it. I ain't finna, how many of y'all done been around people, you know this nigga don't know what he talking about, but he gonna pretend to act like he can help you in this matter. You know this nigga don't know nothing he talking about. You know what I'm saying? You can sit there and look at a nigga and tell, I know this nigga don't know nothing he talking about. Nigga don't even sound like he know what he talking about. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna do that with you. How many times you done came to me with something TV like this and man, I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about that. Better call somebody. Cause I can't help you. Yeah, you count it up there. Come around my level of expertise though, boy, I hold it down. Huh? You saying? See, you know what's wrong with most people is? See, a lot of people don't stick to their strengths. You know what I'm saying? You want to be like this here. Now, you can be like my man Albert, because I know Albert too. He's a jack of all trades and a master of none. You know what I'm saying? I'm for real. He know how to do a lot of different things. He ain't mastered none of them. He can do them though. I ain't never tried to be no jack of all trades. I tried to get a particular thing and master that. You know what I'm saying? And master that. I ain't finna spread myself thin. I know I got bad motor skills and my hands shake. Didn't make sense for me to go work with my hands. My hands been shaking since I was 8, 9 years old. You know what I'm saying? It ain't pronounced when you see some people, their hands be doing all this here, and you can see it, but my hands shake. You know what I'm saying? I remember I was in prison, dude be like, light my cigarette for me. He'd be like, man, what your hands shaking for? You nervous? Nervous for what? Nigga, I've been doing bid with you nigga for 3 years. Nigga, my hands shake. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know, you got shaky hands and bad motor skills. It makes sense to get up on the cars. No. Nigga, I ain't never been able to cut on the dotted line in elementary school. Paper always was right.
Like you said, you don't touch no power tools.
None. None.
Not even scissors.
None. I ain't touching nothing.
You know, they're trying to use a circular saw.
What I want to use, and plus, like I said, what I want to use, because I'm looking at these things is, you can start a business doing them, but that's too much work that I would have to do, like physical labor. I want to get money and be fresh and smell good while we're doing it. I'm just being for real though. He know I ain't lying. Man, I'm like this here, boy. I want to step out. My wallet's don't smell like I want to have on a $500 cologne. But like, where you find the cologne at, boy? This so exclusive, boy. You have to look somewhere hard. You know what I'm saying? See, I'm gonna tell you something about people in Jacksonville. We had like a Harlem attitude. We could get real arrogant with it. You know what I'm saying? We just ain't dressed like they dress in a lot of stuff. We get real arrogant. Well, what that cologne is? More money you gonna pay, my nigga. You get money over here, bro. I'm serious right here. You see the Rolex shining, nigga? It's serious right now. In the 600 Benz, nigga, don't come too close to my car. You gonna scratch my finish. You scratch my finish, it's a problem. Yeah, nigga, we get nails manicured and pedicured. It doesn't even make no difference.
Bro, you speak for yourself. You must have never got your feet worked on.
I ain't got no problem with it. $20.
Man. Let them little Asian folks get you right, bro.
They get you right. Ain't no shame.
They get all the stuff off
Like
the
this
bottom
here.
of your feet.
That's probably why D hands look like that now. You been rubbing them rough things on her hands back in the days, man. She still ain't got right.
What? You said you over there causing friction, man.
Friction on that girl's hand.
On her hand, bro. Don't be talking about D hands from me, man.
Tried it.
I said in the past, not. No, you done had that girl rub your feet.
Nah.
She wasn't going for it. You rubbed her feet though, didn't you?
Yeah, I rub her feet.
You a good man. You was a good man. I ain't rubbing tees though. I ain't rubbing T feet. They're too big. They ain't gonna fit in my hands.
He gonna rub them feet. He gonna rub them feet.
You better rub mine.
He gonna get some coconut oil and all. Warm it up. Line it on there real nice. A little massage.
This nigga hit nasty. Deuteronomy 13:1. I ain't got no time. This nigga hit nasty.
It's reflexology, man. Recall reflexology.
You know I had to mess with you. That's cause you know you ain't gonna live this down, Troy.
What?
Don't be talking about DC like that. Everything's a setup. All that there was a setup to bring that. He thought I forgot about that. Don't you be talking about DC like
Nah,
that.
that ain't even what I said.
It don't matter what you said. It's how you said it. Mr. Barry White. You got Barry White albums at your house.
He's Barry White in the late.
What grandma?
You better get her before she fall. Yeah, I already seen it. Head first. She'd have been done. You'd have been taking your baby to the ER.
Look, stop. Now.
Both of y'all stop. Leah, it's over. If there arise, I ain't even say nothing to him. You see what he did. If there arise among you a prophet or a dreamer of dreams, and give thee a sign or a wonder, and a sign or wonder come to pass whereof he spake unto thee, saying, let us go after other gods which thou hast not known, and let us serve them. Now you could drop down to verse 6, right? Well, let me read you verse 3 first. Thou shalt not hearken unto the words of that prophet or that dreamer of dreams, for Yahuwah your Elohim prove you, to know whether you love Yahuwah your Elohim with all your heart and all your soul. You know, it be some people be coming up to y'all, asking y'all to do this here, because he say, mark those that come with divisions or what? Offenses. Contrary to what you have learned. Ain't that what he telling you right here? Let's tell you what he told you to do in verse 6 then. If thy brother, the son of thy mother, or thy son, or thy daughter, or the wife of thy bosom, or thy friend, which is as thy own soul, entice thee secretly, saying, let us go and serve other powers, which thou hast not known, nor thy fathers, namely the powers of the people which are round about you, nigh unto thee, or far off from thee, from one end of the earth, even unto the other end of the earth, thou shalt not consent unto them, nor hearken unto them. Neither shall thy eye pity them, neither shall thou spare them, neither shall thou conceal them. Remember he said, mark them. That's what he said. Where you think he get it from? Where you think he get it from? So now we sit back and look at it. How many of y'all done violated that one? I know it's some of y'all. I put it this way. And y'all had to show me to be a lie. Some of y'all done proved that wrong, done broke this in the last 3 weeks. Well, somebody came and enticed you to do something, you knew you ain't had no business, and you went and did it anyway. You know what I'm saying? You went and did it anyway. And you did it with no shame, with no fear, just like this little niglet right here. Well, you know, it takes some balls to do that type of stuff. You know that, right?
Ain't no fear in you.
Ain't no fear in you. The fear of y'all can't be in you. See, I want you to go back to Genesis chapter 20. Before we come back to Romans 16, somebody need me before I hear your whole conversation. I do not care to hear. $20. Yes, sir. Genesis chapter 20. And make sure that's what I want. I believe that's what I want. 20 and 1. And he says that Abraham journeyed from thence towards the south country and dwelled between Kadesh and Shur and sojourned in Gerar. And Abraham said of Sarah his wife, she is my sister. And Amalek, king of Gerar, sent and took Sarah. And Elohim came to Amalek in a dream by night and said to him, behold, thou art but a dead man for the woman which thou hast taken, for she is a man's wife. But Amalek had not come near her. And he said, Master, wilt thou slay also a righteous nation? Said he not unto me, she is my sister, and she, even she herself, said, he is my brother. In the integrity of my heart and the innocence of my hands have I done this. Elohim said unto him in a dream, yea, I know that thou did this in the integrity of thy heart, for I also withheld thee from sinning against me. Therefore I suffered I thee not to touch her. You know what also this is going back to? Because obviously, what is the question that this king just asked him? Asked the Most High what he wouldn't do. What did he just ask him? Leah. You was one hard-headed little child. Leah, go over there with little Muff. Don't you look at me like that. Go over there with little Muff. Go over there with your mama.
Yeah, come on, come on.
What's the question he just asked?
Would I slay a righteous?
So you would slay a righteous nation. So what would that mean that king would be? He would have to be a righteous man. And if the Most High has appeared to him in a dream, what this king is then? He would be a prophet. And look at the key thing he said. He said the integrity of my heart and my innocency. But you see the key thing? He said, I kept you back from sinning against me. Ain't that the same thing that Apostle Paul told you in the first Corinthians 10, that the Most High is able to keep the godly from temptation, and that even in temptation, he'll make a way out. It's right here in the law. Where do you think this man get all this stuff from? I just seen a dude talk. Paul wrote his opinion or conversations. Man, this man was speaking book. These niggas claim they know the book so well, but yet they can't hear it when they hear somebody talk about it. I'm gonna tell you something, man. You ever met somebody? Y'all ever knew somebody, man, that their conversation was word without them even mentioning it, but you could tell like they talking word. You know what I'm saying? But you could hear it when they were talking. They didn't have to say nothing. They didn't have to tell you. See, that's Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 10. You know what I'm saying? This is Malachi 2 and 9. They had to do none of that. See, when you know the word and you of the word and you know the word, you'll hear the word when it's spoken. You ain't got to hear it. You might not. You could be like, well, I don't know what place it is. I don't know what verse or chapter that is. I know that book, though. You know what I'm saying? I know that book, though. That's why they say he that is of the Most High, hear the Most High words. You know what I'm saying? If you're not of the Most High, you're not going to hear his word. That's why he say he that is of Elohim hears Elohim's word. He say you hear them not because you are not of Elohim. Troy came in here taking up for you. He said, I couldn't talk about your hands.
On my hands.
Yeah, I say you scuffed your hands up, massaging his feet.
Doing that.
I could tell by the look on your face that you were appalled that that's such a notion. Why she do you like that, Troy? She ain't gonna massage your feet for you.
I told D that was late.
Ooh, boy, but D, guess what, though, D? Well, you're marrying, boy, that man say, I need it. Hot oil and butter. You got to get him.
She look like,
Hey, that's you gonna be going to hell. That man want his feet rubbed in hot oil and butter. You gonna have to go ahead and hot oil and butter.
with a hot coffee.
Huh? What you say?
So I'll write that down in the contract.
Woo, it's already in the contract when he say obey your husband and all things. Boy, that man say he want a back rub every Tuesday night at 6:30 p.m. Boy, you got to be there. You know what I'm saying? Now,
Nice, don't it?
hey, I mean, at the same time though, I remember she gonna come back and tell me we gotta obey our husband and everything. Nah, just the things you want to. Every single solitary thing he requests, you got to do it if it's not outside the word. No matter how minimum, no matter how big. I mean, if he want his food plated in a certain fashion, you got to do it. See, y'all don't think about that stuff before y'all get married. Y'all just be all lovey-dovey and woo-hoo. But whatever that man say to do, boy, you got to do it. And if you ain't with it, you better sure make sure that that's what you want to do. Because you can't come back to me later talking about, man, he make me play this food restaurant style. What you want me to do? He want me to massage his feet. What you want me to do? You know what I'm saying? I mean, for real. And that's what he want. That's what you got to do. He want me to scrub the baseboards with a toothbrush. Sound like a personal problem.
He wants you to put lotion on when you get out of the shower.
Sound like that's what you want that Tyler to do.
Never know, man.
Ain't no never know. You put that out. That Tyler, he just put that out there for a reason. I think he talking about y'all get married. He said he want a full body moisturizing after every bathing. Like this here, you know what to do. He gonna just he gonna lay on his back like the baby do. Come on with it. Lotion me down. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you something. I ain't gonna do tea like that. All I ask her to do one thing: don't burn my food. Make sure my supplements don't run out. You gotta keep abreast of it. Better be checking my creatine. Better check my BCAAs. You ain't got to be to let me know you're running low on creatine, as if I wouldn't already know. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm for real though. She ain't got to do nothing. She ain't even got to wash my clothes. Now, see, my mama messed up a football jersey of mine when I was about 15, 16. And after that, not a woman alive washed my clothes, because I know how I want them done. If I mess it up, that's on me. Cause you mess my polo shirt up and it's faded, shrunk, well, I'm snapping. So to save her from all that, I'll do it.
Hey, mommy.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to wash my clothes. I'm serious about that. I ain't being funny or nothing. I felt like that before I even met T, before I even know she existed on the planet. No woman would ever wash my clothes again. Have I not been saying that for years ago? I'm dead serious about that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no woman, every man different. I don't know what Brian might want in his house. But whoever Brian married, she got to be willing to do that. I don't know what Langston gonna want in his house. I don't know what Troy gonna want. I don't know what Corey gonna want. I don't know what Glover want or Dwight want. Whatever they want to do in their house, that's on them. I don't know what Pell want. However they want their household run, that's how they want it ran. And if you ain't with what he want done, then that may not be the person for you to marry. See, y'all don't think about stuff like that. All you think about, he cute, I like him. I want to be his wife. All right now. You better make sure that's what you really want. Because I just messing around this here, but D like this here. I don't know nothing about no oil and no feet. But if boy, that man wants some feet oil, guess what she got to do? She got to oil and massage his feet.
Got a reflexology book. Just take it.
I mean, a man does not have to submit himself to his wife. He's supposed to love his wife as a Mashiach loved the body and gave himself for her and to nourish her and cherish her. A man does not have to do what his wife asked him to do. He can take it under consideration. If he decides to do it, then he'll do it. I mean, most men, if they wife say, man, my feet hurt, can you rub my feet? My average man is not going to have no problem rubbing the mother of his children and the keeper of his house feet if her feet swelling because she's been on them all day. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The average man ain't going to have no problem with that. You know what I'm saying? But wife come in, I want this. Well, who is she talking to? Because she can't be talking to me.
She's talking to the invisible man.
You know what I'm saying? Who is you talking to? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not really doing this to poke at the women. I'm really trying to put it in your mind. You better show no full well what you gonna be getting yourself into. You better find out what that man gonna require. You know what I'm talking about? I done told T what I don't require him. I don't need much, man. You know what I'm saying? She ain't gonna be nothing outrageous got to be done. It's the same way you don't like having sex, better not get married, because that man say tooted and booted. Boy, the word say you got tooted and booted on command if you ain't on your cycle. That's what the word say. Render due benevolence. You know what I'm talking about? But guess what? It go both ways on that one, because that woman come in there and say, all right, buddy, I don't know what you got to do to get him on, but go on get him on, because it's about that time. What I'm talking about, that boy find any reason to bring up Moringa. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? I'm just using that on the flip side. You can't come to that woman and demand her for sex and think she's supposed to give it up, because the word say she ain't got no power over her body, just like you ain't got no power over yours. You got to come up off that if she wanted to. Ain't no, but baby, I've been working all day and I'm tired. Tired it on up. That's what you do.
Give it up. I'll take care of the rest.
I'll take care of the rest. It go both ways. But that's the word though. You know what I'm saying? See, y'all can't come in there. See, you know, y'all probably done heard that before. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired. I got a headache. I've been up with the kids all day. The words say tooted or booted. The reason The reason why I say that is because before I proceed to what we looking at, the reason why I say that is this. Because y'all know, if you got enough sense, if you've been in the world, you've been living long enough, you'll know this here. When a woman don't give her husband physical gratification over an extended period of time, then the adversary is going to be able to shoot in. And the adversary is going to be able to shoot in, and temptation is going to rise. And when he see a woman who's going to be willing to give him something that his wife is not going to give him, which she should be giving him, then he going to go after that. And then your household going to be broke up. When you run across a lot of older women or from or younger women who around, they'll be like, well, I give my whole man son anytime he want it, because ain't nobody else going to give him none. I ain't going to give him the opportunity to give him none.
Everybody ain't got that mentality.
You know what I'm saying? That's just the reality of the situation. That's what the word says. That's why. You know what I'm saying? Lest Satan tempt you because of your separation. Because that's what's going to happen. That's why he say if you decide not to have sex, it be with consent. That means y'all done sat down and said, we're going to be praying and fasting for X amount of days So we not gonna get freaky. So then we both on the same page on this. You know what I'm saying? See, you could be like, I'm finna fast for 2 days. And he come in there like, oh yeah, you finna fast, all right. Run fast to that room. That's fast over with. That's Numbers chapter 30 if you don't know. Y'all know that's the law, right? That law, the law saying in the 30th chapter of the book of Numbers that if you making an oath under Yah and your husband here, he can cancel that. Not gonna be able to do that. Not gonna be able to do that. See, I'm telling y'all women that because y'all don't think about this stuff when y'all want to get married. Y'all be on some old fantasy land junk. Boy, this thing here serious now. You know, I done explained all this type of stuff to T long time ago. Just so you know what you're getting yourself into. It's serious around here. It just ain't no. See, that's why I be telling y'all, keep on watching TV Land if you want to. Keep on listening to them R&B hoes who sinners who are alone. You know what I'm talking about? Keep listening to sinners telling you about how to love somebody. Keep on listening to sinners telling you how to love somebody. How can a sinner woman tell you how to love a righteous man? How can a sinner woman tell you how to be a virtuous wife? Y'all around here singing after Mary J. Blige. She been talking about men. She been married for 20 years. Telling you how men ain't about nothing. This is who y'all listening to. Most of these women who be singing all these songs, these hoes got somebody. And been married. Got a man taking care of them. You around here singing along like a dummy. Oh, you ain't know Mary J. Blige was married. And that woman been married. Oh. Oh yeah, man, a man could count, man, a woman ain't got nothing, man. Your woman could be praying and be like, I'm finna be praying to y'all for the next week. I hear you. Don't get on into bed though. And pray on that. Hey, I'm just telling you though. Y'all ain't up, but how many of y'all really knew how serious it was for y'all getting married in this here before you actually start? Y'all ain't really know how serious it was. A lot of it's real serious. I'm talking about it's even serious for a man because he got to hold that woman down in all aspects and all areas. You know what I'm saying? It go both ways. It's just the responsibilities are different. You know what I'm saying? It's just different. You know what I'm saying? That's why some of y'all women, that's why some of you brothers, man, y'all be wanting to talk to certain women. They see some weakness in you. They be like, you know what? I'm good. Nigga ain't finna leave me nowhere. They ain't gonna leave me, you know what I'm saying? They ain't leave me nowhere. Cause he'll come in the room talking about go ahead and disrobe. She looking at the nigga, please. I'll go to hell messing with you. Go on to the bathroom. This nigga ain't serious. I tell this nigga, no, I bet he go back in the front room, cut that TV back on. All right now. Y'all know I ain't lying. You don't respect it. That do what you gonna, nigga, please. Nigga better get from back here. My TV show on. Finna watch a Lifetime movie. Nigga better go somewhere. Look at that T Reddit talking about Lifetime movie. Let's leave them Lifetime movies alone. Genesis chapter 20, man. Drop on down about verse 7. Y'all know I ain't lying though. Say now therefore restore the man his wife, for he is a prophet, and he shall pray for thee, and thou shalt live. And if thou restore her not, know that thou shalt surely die, thou and all that are thine. Now think about that for a minute before we proceed. Look what the Most High just told him. You got to understand, son, if this man is a prophet and he's receiving a vision in his mind, in a dream, what did Revelation 19 tell us about prophecy? That's the testimony of Yahushua, the testimony of a Mashiach. He said, restore this man's wife, and because he is a what? And what else did he say he would do? Here, and you'll live. I want you to come over here to Ezekiel, chapter 37. Hold this is Genesis chapter 20. But who over there Steve right now? Who? Lee. Oh, Lee, you all right? 37. The thing was coming out strong. 37-1. Make it 5. Make it 4. 37 and 4. And again he said unto me, prophesy upon these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of Yahuwah. Thus saith Yahuwah Elohim unto these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you. See, I had a young brother, he texted me this morning. I ran across him, me and Dwight seen him in the Walmart. Remember we told the dudes like, you the dude from YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I seen him again yesterday. You know what I'm saying? He was like, you know, man, I want to be able to get with you all that day. He say, I be following Lil Stanley. So I guess he knows Stanley. His name Johnny. You know what I'm saying? Work for Comcast. He say he follow you on Instagram. Lil say he follow you on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know the brother. Brother just say, I've been watching your videos, man. Yeah, I know he had to been watching them because he mentioned something we just preached about. So I know he be looking at them. You know what I'm saying? But he asked that if somebody brain dead, has the spirit left the body? And I'm like, no. Because as long as there's breath in your lungs, the spirit of Yah is still in you. That's why I'm saying, like, if one of y'all had a family member or somebody on life support, I couldn't tell you to pull the plug. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't tell you to pull the plug. Even before the word, I couldn't tell nobody to make that decision because I don't know what I would do if I was forced to have to make that decision. You know what I'm saying? And you feel like y'all bring him up out of it, who am I to say he wouldn't? If you feel like it's over with for him and you gonna pull it, who am I to say you shouldn't have pulled it? Because I don't have to make that decision. You know what I'm saying? That's a hard decision to have to make. I would not wish that decision to be upon anybody, and nor would I want to have to make that decision. You know what I'm saying? That's serious right there. But as long as you can see that chest doing this here, the Ruach of Yahuwah is in them. They still here. You know what I'm saying? Now he just sat back and said, see these bones and breathe them. Say they'll live. Let's look what else he said. And I will lay sinews upon you, and will bring up flesh upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath in you, and ye shall live, and ye shall know that I am Yahuwah. So I prophesied as I was commanded, and I prophesied, and there was a noise, and behold, a shaking. There's a shaking. What's going on? Earthquakes, right? You know what I'm saying? But the ground moving is earthquaking. And you see shake. You know what I'm saying? Let's sit. For clarity, say you think we should look and see. Let's just look and see. I just feel like looking.
See what it says in Hebrew?
Yeah, I'm gonna look and see. I already got
I'm
it.
already here.
Look at it. We got them for something other than growing plants and eating up all the food. We know we're gonna mess with him because he's our little Mikey.
In Hebrew, it's a ra'ash, and it means quaking, rattling, shaking, earthquake, quaking, trembling of person, shaking.
Shake him!
And the root word of it is
Now I'm gonna show y'all something in a moment.
ra'ash, the same thing.
I mean, and it's amazing. Like I said, sometimes you know you got to look, but some things it's just obvious and plain. Now hold this Genesis 37 while we're holding Romans chapter 16 and while we're holding Genesis 20. Because we're holding Genesis 20, we're holding Ezekiel 37, we're holding Romans 16. Now come over here to Zechariah 14. I just want y'all to see what happens when a Mashiach get back in 14 and 4. And you know, praise y'all. You know, Shalonda made it up here. She will join us, y'all will, on tomorrow. I already sent it to her.
Wait, University Park tomorrow? Oh, we here.
Because he got the grill, Captain Grillmeister. We would have been at Pablo Creek. I got it anyway, but for Captain Grillmeister here. Then y'all know that we will be at the hotel Sunday night at 7 p.m. You do know that you will be putting your white apparel back on, right? Y'all do remember that, correct? And then we finish that on out. Monday is optional. The little muffin say she gonna have leftovers, and I'm coming to get me a plate. I don't know about nothing. You get this. 14 and 4. So it's not mandatory. You know, I ain't gonna preach. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and tell you that. I'm not gonna do it. I mean, we've already went Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, regular schedule tonight, regular schedule tomorrow, and again, I'm taking the day off. I don't care how many of you niggas get mad.
Technically, you're not because we're going Sunday night. So,
I said the day.
not tonight.
Yes. Ha ha! Good attempt, my friend. Sit down, son. And his feet shall stand in that day upon the Mount of Olives, which is before Jerusalem, on the east, and on the Mount of Olives shall cleave in the midst thereof towards the east and towards the west. And there shall be a very great valley, and half the mountain shall remove towards the north, and half of it toward the south. And ye shall flee to the valley of the mountains, for the valley of the mountains shall reach unto Azal. Yea, ye shall flee like as you fled from before the earthquake in the days of Uzziah, king of Yehudah. And Yahuwah my Elohim shall come, and all the Kodeshim with thee. To also keep this in mind of what we also read in Jeremiah chapter 4 about the Shamaim. You can keep holding that too, because I got to come back to that too. Thank y'all for bringing that back. And it shall come to pass in that day that the light shall not be clear nor dark, but it shall be one day which shall be known to Yahuwah. What that sound like? He say it shall be one day known to Yahuwah, just for memory's sake. We're not going to go find it.
Just like how it was when Michelle was up on the stage.
Now remember what he said. Listen to it again. But it shall be one day which shall be known to Yahuwah. Not day nor night, but it shall come to pass at evening time it shall be light. It say, but it shall be a day that is only known to Yahuwah. What that sound like to you? Just for memory's sake. That's Matthew 24:36. You say the Son, nor the Malachim and the Shamaim know that day, only my Father only. That's where he got it from. That's why he turned around, he told them that. You know what I'm saying? See, that's an example again, that if these niggas knew the word, when he said that, they would have automatically known this is he who is referred to as Zechariah. Why you think he kept telling you me and when the Son of Man come in his esteem with his Malachim, and you know what I'm talking about? He would have known that there because he just said the Kodeshim coming with it. You know what I'm saying? Are not Malachim sanctified ones? Well, let's look at Psalms 102 and let's see if they be sanctified ones. If it ain't Psalm 102, it's Psalm 104. Y'all just bear with me. But did you not notice that he said you would flee as an earthquake? Like as in the earthquake in the days of Uzziah, the king of Yehudah? Because you know it's going to be an earthquake when this man coming, a great upheaval. Tighten up, little soldier. What do you want, Potts? It might be 104 that I want.
That's what you said, right?
Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure that's what I want. 'Cause I was just looking at this earlier. That's why it came to my mind. Make sure it's 102, 102. No, it escapes my mind where it's at. Oh, there we go. It's Psalms 104, and it's verse 4. But we'll start at 1. Come here, Potts. Come here. Bless Yahuwah, O my soul. O Yahuwah, my Elohim, thou art very great. Thou art clothed with honor and majesty. How is he clothed with honor and majesty? Hey, my little Liz. You know what majesty is, right? What is majesty, Cora?
Majesty is Hadar. And it means ornament, splendor, honor, esteem, glory.
Exactly. And he said he's clothed with that. Not only with that, but with honor. Now, how would you be clothed with honor and majesty, gentlemen? Who is this? This would be covered with the Ruach, or with the tabernacle from on high, or that breath that you read about being breathed into these bones. You know, hold on, I got to make sure everybody on their phone here because they called it drop. Just taking our time. We're sorry because all circuits are busy now. Somebody called in here looking for Pasha.
Stop. You're not
I don't know
doing
who
that.
that was. Like, I don't know why you would call this looking for Pasha. She said, I just called the phone. I'm like, well, call it again. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious. Pasha on that though. She texted, let me know she was there. That's why I said that, because I knew she was there. That was, you know what? I got to reiterate that. Reiterate that. I seen you. If you didn't know how I saw it, I saw it. You know what I'm saying? Say I can't sit down, it's a no-go. Because all but goodies. How many of you women in here had a dress you know you couldn't even wear if you sat down, it was no house? Do you look like you used to like to wear them move something dresses? You like to wear move something dresses? Move something dresses. Mean real short skirts. And you had to pull them down when you walked.
I mean, I didn't like to.
And when you sat down, they rolled up. And you had to sit with your legs crossed real tight. Or you'll be messing around and be doing a Sharon Stone.
I've known D for a while now. She was really kind of timeless. Like,
I know she was. That's why I like know her. I already know that. You can look at her and tell. You can just look how she just looked at talking about massaging Troy feet. Like, I'm a lady, but I'm not that much of a lady. Look how she rubbing her nose like a man.
she was in that old.
You know what I'm saying?
Play on.
See my nigga, when I was shooting through around the way the other day, man, this old whole nigga tried me, man. I had to back slap this nigga, man. Man, pass that blunt, boy. You been holding it for about 20 minutes, man. I want to smoke too. Which one of y'all going to the stove, man? Cause I'm about out of switches and I need another beer. You know, it's all right though. But you know, everybody loves Ezekiel 37. His fourth is us waking up, and that's Israel waking up, and that's Israel waking up.
Hey, hush.
The key thing he said about these dead bones, these dry bones, he said that they would live. And you know if them bones are dry, you know what they lack then? They lack moisture, water. You know what I'm saying? These people who they steady talking about, you could get you Ephesians chapter 5 about verse 13 before I read this song, finish this Psalm 104. You're going to get that. While we still holding the 4th chapter of Jeremiah, the 20th chapter of Genesis, the 16th chapter of the Epistle of Romans, and the 37th chapter of the book of Ezekiel. And if y'all permit, we shall complete all of these. Elizabeth, calm it down. Calm it down. So when you look at him being clothed in honor and majesty, we seen that when the Mashiach rose from the dead, he was clothed with that. See, when you look in Revelation 1, it says that, going to get Revelation 1 right now. Just hold Psalm 104. We're going to jump right back. Just let me go ahead and read what he says. Remember we looked at this recently in 2 Corinthians 5 about Paul talking about being covered with the tabernacle. We groan for our tabernacle in the Shamayim, to be clothed with it, right? To be clothed with that honor and majesty. I mean, we're crying out to be clothed with a tent or a dwelling place from on high. You know what I'm saying? We groan to be clothed with honor and majesty. See, we can't seek to be clothed with honor and majesty when we act like simpleton here. When we display the behavior that simpleton here displays. When we show utter contempt and disdain for the Most High's ways. When we have no respect, no honor. How can you expect to be bestowed with honor when you don't show honor? See, in 1 Samuel, in the 2nd chapter, he say, he that esteem me shall be esteemed. He that despises me shall be lightly esteemed. You know what I'm saying? He say, he that despises me, see, case in point, he is lightly esteemed in my eyesight. Why? Because he despises his mother. I'm going to tell you something. If little Muffin would do something like that, if she was that age, I would do it the same exact way. And it wouldn't be no different if y'all had been around here about 30 days or 30 years. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you know what I'm saying? Only difference was, because it's both of y'all, I would wager Troy probably would have hit him before you did. Or he wouldn't have. Golly. Golly, Troy, she ain't got no confidence in you. She said you're soft.
Oh, to my mother.
Yeah, she said you're soft, Troy. When it comes to the kids, she say you soft. Then she probably, if it's your, I don't know, maybe because it's a girl. If it was a boy, man, you think you're knocking out?
Dang, bro. You think I ain't no parent?
Nah, he ain't saying that. He say you're a softy.
How you think of that?
Hey, man, I know Brian old softy. You old softy, Brian? You know, like I said, y'all just mentioned how y'all do that with the girls that y'all are consoling. So I think he'll be hard on the boy. And Sometimes a lot of men, they be soft on the girls and hard on the boy. You know what I'm saying? I'm an equal opportunity knockout artist. You know what I'm saying?
Be quiet.
You know what I'm saying? I try to give all of them good long leash. You know what I'm saying?
One state woman.
Sound like it could be iggy though. You know what I'm saying?
Boundary.
No, he just busted me ball. I don't like to say. I'm just saying, let's say, look here. One of the twins could have did it. And let's just say Brian ain't here or you wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? Kingston better not even try. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you get married or not, he get knocked out on sight. Period.
Well,
You know what I'm saying? He better not even try. That was ignorant. That was ignorant. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't got to be that way. It got to be that way. You know what I'm saying? Woo!
Too much got pasta.
You know what I'm saying? It got to be that way. Because the type of stuff he pulling is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But I want y'all to get it in y'all mind that are you showing y'all that same type of stuff with your behavior? Are you doing that? Are you a simpleton like he is? See, look at it. Sorry excuse for a human being. I ain't lying. I ain't trying to be funny. I ain't trying to discourage him or nothing. Because I'm trying to say he ought to be shamed. You know what I'm saying? I ain't telling no lie. That young woman was in here, she'll get shamed too for the stunt she pulled. Mm-hmm. It ain't even funny. That ain't even funny. Soul ain't funny over here. Oh, y'all know y'all calling PB&J, right?
I don't call him Peabody.
Nah, P in the bed with jam in his drawers. Cause you pee in the bed, you got jam in your drawers. You know if it, y'all know that, right? You know if you pee on yourself, you got jam in your drawers. Y'all agree when you say it? If you got urine in your drawers, what's to stop from being fecal matter?
So instead of it being CJ, it's PJ.
PB&J.
I like peanut butter and jelly, so I don't want to ruin my PB and J.
It won't ruin it for me because I know the difference. Ain't no pee or no jam on this one here. Not no booty jam. That's just grape jam. He got booty jam. You could look all like this here. He ought to be disgusted, but the worst part is he ain't though.
I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt.
I ain't giving him nothing. He ain't got no benefit of no doubt. See, you get a benefit of a doubt when you haven't shown behavior to show that the doubt could be removed. The doubt has been removed. That's a nasty buzzard right there. The doubt has been removed. Let me tell you something, man. He did them draws the same way y'all do y'all sins. You know what I'm talking about? He took them old pissy draws and he went to try to hide them so nobody couldn't find them. But guess what happened? Some of them pissy draws got found. You know what I'm saying? And what happened with them pissy?
We're trying to wash them.
You know what I'm saying? And you know what happened with them old pissy draws? They got through in his face. Why you put EPP draws with my clothes? That's the same thing y'all do with you when he let you know. He go ahead and he say, I will repay them that hate me to their face. I'll bring that sin right back to your face with them old pissy draws you tried to hide in my hamper. I'm put them on your head. You can smell them. You're going to be doing just like this here. And the millions, he going to sniff it. Just like the Rock.
He used one of the little legs, shoots for an
I'm telling you now. Revelation 1 and 3. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you, man. Boy, I thank y'all. Boy, I take any natural situation to show you like this here. That's all he was doing. Hiding them draws like y'all be hiding your sins. Ain't nobody gonna find it. Ain't nobody. I'll hide these people draws good. Ain't nobody gonna find them. And next thing you know, which one of y'all, who draw these is? You sitting there like this here. None of my draws. But you know the difference with him is, you the only one in here wear these. So I know they're yours.
By his age, I was already washing my own clothes.
You know what I'm saying? This nigga here.
Straight up, my mama taught me how to do all that.
Yeah, man, I wasn't washing no clothes that night. They talking about he hand washing, hanging them up on the clothesline.
Nah, we had washing machines.
Sun dried fresh.
Washing machines. Oh, wash them, iron, all that.
Oh, country nigga. Oh man, hey, I was good. 9 years old. You know what I was doing? Running around these streets right here where we sit there having a good old time. Baruch is he that read. And they that hear the words of this prophecy keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. How are you gonna be blessed by the Most High and you ain't keeping the thing that's written in this book? How is that possible? How are you gonna be blessed of the Most High? The book say don't do this, and you go do it, but you'll be quick to somebody hit them with the favorite Christian whole line. I'm blessed and highly favored.
Blessed and highly favored.
How many of y'all sat in here and said that before? As a man? You're a rarity, because I heard too many men say it.
I'm blessed and highly favored.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't saying a man can't say
like no punk.
I ain't saying you. Well, I know you ain't do that. I know you ain't do that. I ain't going by how I would say it. It's just you don't. I've never heard too many men say it. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't mad at you for doing it. It's just a rarity. That's why I said as a man, it's so rare.
Well, I'll tell you like, man, my mom was kind of my Sunday mornings, and man, what I was doing the night before, I'm in that pew, 7 a.m.
Oh yeah, so you took on every idiom that was to take.
Yeah, I was there.
I mean, hey man, that's how it happened. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's how it happened. That's why I say I ain't mad at you. It's just rare. You know, you ain't heard too many men say it.
And my first stepdad was a pastor.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's just a rare thing. You know, the women say it real fast. I'm blessed and highly favored. I know you be saying them little idioms. You probably still be saying them. Lord be offense.
You said Lord.
That's what they like to say.
She said Lord be like a fence of protection.
Offense.
Lord be my fence. I ain't heard that.
Y'all around here talking about Jesus take the wheel. They say he don't want the wheel. You're riding the wrong way.
What?
See what I'm saying?
How Jesus gonna take the wheel, but the devil in the passenger seat?
And then y'all know y'all favorite one of all. Which one you think it is?
Won't he do it?
Yeah.
That one. But he loved us and he gave.
No, she just told you what it was. They probably still be in the house about, won't he do it? He ain't did nothing for you. He ain't did nothing for you. They say you
Ain't he able? Ain't he able?
You know what the word part is though?
Oh my God.
You know what the word part is? These old church hoes be out here talking about won't he do it with a big old penis right in their mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Boy, this nigga.
Oh, for real though. At the same time, these pastors around here, choir directors around here talking about what he do it.
Got that milk.
All in the man's booty hole. All in Brother Johnson wife. These niggas hand be all in the collection plate, stealing the money. Talking about, boy, won't he do it, boy? The Lord is good.
Hey, boy.
He is faithful. He's giving all these people money.
Hands up.
Stealing all these people money.
I remember the first time I went down there and
I'm serious, man.
I dropped it off in the one and they had the purple bag, the nice bag with the big bills. So I walked by, I tried to take it. I'm like, oh!
Yeah, you done told us that story, too.
Tell us a lot of stories, over and over and over.
And you know why? Because you don't get it. And you know why you got to tell us this story about that purple bottle? Because you a thief.
I wasn't. That's how I got a lot of my polos. I was thieving for.
You was a booster?
Don't shake my hand at that. That was deceitful.
I know.
I walk in there, man.
You was
what?
What's going on?
Corey was a booster.
Any of the ones you got on came from my partner mother would be by the door. So if the security tried to run out, she'll whoop.
You was stealing them out of dealers and belt, huh?
Not Dillard's and Belt. I usually TJ Maxx and the Marshalls. And then there's this other little stuff. One day we got about 3-4 bags of peace. His mama posted there at the door. Like, all right, if they come, I'm gonna trip them up.
Well, what kind of
She got. Well,
They
I
criminals.
don't even go into all that.
They criminals. They criminals. But guess what? Some of you niggas still around here boosting. Nigga around here trying to steal blessings.
I got caught by one of the undercovers at Ross. I was banned. She was like, sir, stop.
Niggas
I
right
saw
here.
you put the shirt in your pants.
Oh man, that nigga kill me with that when they're talking about prayers go up and blessings go down. Nigga ought to slap a nigga in the mouth with that.
The storehouses are open.
Like, I mean, all serious now, hold on, all serious. Like, where did they get that from? Prayers go up and blessings come down. Where did they get that from? Where did they get that from, though? I'm being serious, because you got niggas walking around thinking that.
That's a very good question.
Where did the people get that from? Prayers go up, blessings go down. This man say, blessed are them that read and do the sayings of this book. He say, blessed are all those who fear Yah and keep his commandments. Where did these people get this stuff from? And guess what they had you around here doing? Boy, shoot, if I just pray, boy, my blessing gonna come. And guess what happens? It don't never come. You know how you got your blessing? Ducking and dodging, peeking and geeking, stealing and robbing, hoeing and slutting. You know what I'm saying? Scheming, planning, all type of stuff. And wasn't no righteousness involved in it whatsoever.
Thought you was straight too.
You know what I'm saying? And like this here, just like you said, that nigga say, boy, y'all blessing me, bruh. I've been bamming sacks all day, bruh. Nigga say, this nigga selling weed on the Shabbat, talking about y'all blessing.
You sell weed to anybody and everybody.
Think about that now. Nigga say he keeps Shabbat. See, we gotta get it right.
And then roast.
You know what I'm talking about? Sound like you offended about that. And then, but the word part is, niggas say y'all blessing them while selling weed on Shabbat. He'll be one of them niggas like this here, bro. I ain't selling no weed today. Why not? It's Shabbat. Nigga, you might as well sell weed every day. I bet he done pulled that one too, ain't he? I ain't selling no weed today, bro. It's Shabbat, bro. I'ma just chill, man, and rest in the word, man. Get that knowledge, man. High as Cooter Brown and finna sell weed soon as the sun go down. You might as well sell weed every single solitary
ain't going
day.
into work at 3 p.m. So
It's not even an issue if he was going to work or not. Nigga selling weed. Talking about y'all blessing him. That was just like that song that when Rick Ross had that hook talking about he got all that coke and then said hallelujah afterwards.
Nah, like Future got a song, God bless and all the trap.
He right though.
And don't niggas really believe
And they believe that.
I'm saying, but guess what though? He ain't told no lie. God is blessing all the trap niggas. All you gotta do is, which God you talking about?
They got the cars.
Satan is blessed. The God of this world. Satan got him. You know he blessed. See, I'll show you that. Hold on. Let me finish this right here. We holding a lot of stuff. You swing over here to Luke chapter 4 when we finish in Revelation chapter 1. I'll show you to you. He say, for Yachanan, to the 7 synagogues which are in Asia, grace be unto you and peace from him which is, and which was, and which is to come. Ashai higher, that which I am, I shall be. From the 7 Ruachs which are before his throne, and from Yahushua HaMashiach, who is the faithful witness, and the first begotten of the dead, and the prince of the kings of the earth, unto him that loved us and washed us from our sins in his own blood, and has made us kings and priests unto Elohim and his Father, and to him be esteem and dominion forever and ever. Amen, or so be it. So now you turn around and you look at it. If he done made you a king, that means you would have to be clothed with what? Honor and majesty. You know what I'm saying? The only way you're going to be crowned with that honor and majesty to be a king is you're going to have to walk like one. You know what I'm saying? When you turn around and look at what the law said a king would do, say a king would have one wife. A king would not lift himself up over his brethren. A king would keep a copy of the law and would always meditate thereupon on it, that he would never go against it. So therefore a king would be blessed because he would read and keep the sayings in the book. And that's what Deuteronomy 17 said a king supposed to do. He's supposed to have a copy of the law, right? And he's supposed to stay in it and read it, right? So he'll fear Yahuwah all the days of his life, right? So if a Mashiach that made you a king, then you would be blessed just like a king would be in the law, because you would have a copy of the word with you, and you would read it, and you would keep it, because it would be in your inward part. It would direct the way you would be going, so because that way you would be clothed with honor and majesty. Because the honor and majesty you seek to be clothed with is Yahushua HaMashiach, or the comforter that we just read about, because like we were talking about last night, which we didn't get to go in depthly as we wanted to, because we had old Mr. Simpleton over here. We'll let him have the first part on it, for the sake of proper sentence construct. You know what I'm saying? But this young simpleton here had to be laughing about urinating on himself and laughing about stabbing his sister. That we had to focus on that and had to do a little preaching instead of a lot of precepting like I desired to do. But nevertheless, Yah's will was accomplished either way. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to sit back and look at that. What are you seeking to be clothed with? You seeking to be clothed with a polo shirt? You seeking to be clothed with, I don't know what kind of shirt that is. It's kind of nice. You know, a YMCA shirt there? Your fancy, snazzy, custom-made t-shirt you got there? You know?
That's from an uncircumcised man. In the heart and the flesh.
No, nice to know. You know what I'm saying? That's what you seeking to be clothed with? Or you seeking to be clothed? Because remember, if you clothed with the Ruach HaKodesh, he say, he that overcome shall inherit all things. He shall be my son, and I shall be his Abba. I'll be his father. You know, if you become a son, that means you's a joint heir with a Mashiach, which means you was a king, you was a prince, you was a ruler. He said you will reign with him, which means the same things he got, you got. Come on, let me show you Luke chapter 4 where I show you. Yeah, the trap, God bless him. I don't even know who Future is other than they say he was mad, Russell Wilson was messing around his babies. And I don't know who these niggas is, man. I don't know none of these niggas' music. Well, I've been out the loop for a long time when it comes to that. All I said, I seen niggas keep posting pictures of some nigga named Fetty Wap with a bad eye. I ain't never heard none of his music. I just thought that nigga looked funny. He wear dresses. Wowzers.
Fetty Wap wear dresses?
Luke chapter 4, verse 6.
That nigga got weave in his hair too. Nah, basically, I done seen a lot of dudes with got these fake locks, got weave in their head,
Nah,
man.
he got another nigga locked up in his head.
Hey, man.
Alright,
He got funny.
He got so weird.
Hey, you know, that is what it is. I'm going to let that alone. I don't want to know no more. Luke 4 and 6.
Woo.
And the devil said unto him, all this power will I give unto thee, and the glory of them, for that is delivered unto me, and to whomsoever I will give it. Whomsoever I will, I give it. Now he was talking about after he showed the Mashiach the kingdoms of the world. So if God blessing the trap niggas, you know who blessing them. You know who they getting it from. Y'all always got to remember that God blessing me. Which one? That's all you got to tell them. Which one? I serve God. Which one you serve? What you mean which one I serve? Nigga, you got Horus, you got Osiris, you got Krishna, you got Vishnu. You know what I'm saying? You got Saturnalia. You know what I'm saying? You got Hercules. You got Thor.
I see you in Delta.
You know what I'm saying? You got Zeus. You got Hypnosis. You got Nyx. You got Athena. You know what I'm saying? But just like Jonah told them men on the boat, they say who you are. He said, man, my name Jonah, man. And I serve the true Elohim and Shamahim of earth, Yah of hosts. He said the Elohim of the Hebrew. That's who I serve. Who you serve? You even look in the book of Jonah when them people were sitting in there when that shit was like that, they went to praying to their God and they were waking him up telling him to pray to his.
Somebody's got a word.
You know what I'm saying? That's what they were in there doing. Pray to your gods, man. This nigga over here praying to Zeus, and this nigga over here praying to Mithras, and this nigga over here praying to Bacchus, and this nigga over here praying to Krishna, this nigga over here praying to the butt naked nigga in his drawers. And Jonah getting up like, man, what the problem is? He said, oh, I see what y'all problem is. Y'all serve nothing.
They threw him over the shit.
Come on back to Psalms 104. Still holding Genesis 20, Ezekiel 37, Jeremiah chapter 4, Romans 16.
Psalm 104.
Well, back to Psalm 104.
Stop.
We in verse 2. Listen what he said. Listen to what he says. Who cover thyself with light, as with a garment. Who stretch out the Shamahim like a curtain. who lay the beams of his chambers in the waters, who make the clouds his chariot, who walk upon the wings of the wind, who make his malachim ruachs, his ministers, a flaming fire, who laid the foundation of the earth that it should not be removed forever. See, we came there because you see, he said he made his angels, his malachim, he made them spirits. Now, if you sit back and you read that, this is a case in point why we come to that. What he said he made his malachim as? But what he said they made his malachim or what now?
Yeah.
He said he make this malachim what? He make his malachim what? Read the whole, he made him spirits. So why would a malachim put his penis in a woman?
He's a spirit.
Now what type of sense does that make? You know what I'm saying? That don't make no sense to us. They not flesh. You remember what did Mashiach tell us in Revelation 22? The children of the resurrection will be like what? Like the Malachim and the Shamayim. They'll be like them. Reason why we look, so that means them same Malachim are clothed in what? Their garments got to be light too. They got to be clothed in honor and majesty too. You know what I'm saying? So guess what that means? If the children of the resurrection will be like them, then guess what you're going to be looking like? Because he said he covered in light. See, let's go look at Job 38:7. Let's just see what he told them Malachim look like. This 38:7, that's all we want. Because he said, who covered himself like a garment with a light and stretch out the Shamahim like a curtain. Say, make his clouds his chariot, meaning his riding place. You know, they say, make a clouds his chariot, meaning he going to ride in the Shamahim. He going to ride in the heavens then. He say, when the morning stars sang together. If they morning stars, gentlemen, what are they? Huh? They day stars. Morning stars is day stars. Exactly. And all the sons of Elohim shouted for joy. You know what I'm saying? The morning stars shouted for joy. Yeah, I know you about to die over there. Just like he is. You niggas running on E. You know what I'm saying? Sure, I ain't lying. Them niggas running on E. Both them niggas. She been running on E for 3.5 weeks. Body just gonna do this right here. I'm through. I'm for real. The body ain't made for that. You know, you can listen to Kevin Gates all that time talking about you don't get tired if you want to. Bet your body show you to be a liar. Your body will show you to be a liar real fast. I'm telling you, I done did it before. Sleep for about 3-4 hours like this here. But boy, when you finally stop, boy, you out for days. You know what I'm saying? Whole days will go by, you ain't even know that. You know what I'm saying? You've been woke up, what time is it? You'll be thinking it's nighttime. You'll be thinking it's 6 o'clock in the morning, it's 6 o'clock in the evening. It's just pitch black outside. That's how long you been asleep. You'd have been and thought you missed a whole day. You done slept about 12, 13 hours. You know what I'm saying? And all you're going to do is get up just enough to get something to eat and lay right back down and sleep another 8, 9 hours. That ain't good for your body. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody lie to you and just telling you just stand. Because most of the people who stay up like that on drugs. I'm talking about cocaine or methamphetamine. When you deal with them motorcycle people be doing all that ride, they be on meth. They got to be on meth. That's how they stay up riding for 2-3 weeks straight. The human body is not made to stay up like that. You know what I'm saying? You might not need the 8 them white folks say to get, but boy, you need you about 4-5 every day though. You know what I'm saying? And a deep sleep if possible. Them cat naps ain't gonna do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Your body ain't gonna rejuvenate. And when you don't get that type of sleep, it makes your immune system weaker. It makes your organs function at less efficiency and optimal performance. You know what I'm talking about? And eventually the whole body will shut down and you'll end up with more diseases and maladies than what it would worth to even stay up. See, that's what all them niggas talking about you don't get tired. That's what they ain't gonna tell you. I ain't saying you got, they recommend you sleep 8-10 hours a day. I ain't saying you got to. I try to get me 7, 8. I'm a bodybuilder. I need gains.
6.
I need gains. You know what I'm saying?
What if you just don't sleep a lot?
I mean, shit. I need gains, man. You know what I'm saying? That's when that growth hormone come out. If you sleep 8 hours, that 3 to 4 hours of deep sleep, that's when that growth hormone and that testosterone do its thing. That's when it come out. You know what I'm saying? That's when, truth be told, that's when anything that's wrong with your body, that's when it actually gets repaired, is when you are asleep. You know what I'm saying? If you don't get enough sleep or you don't get proper rest and the things your body would naturally repair, it won't do it.
We call it REM sleep.
Yeah, you got to get that REM sleep. That REM sleep is very necessary. That's when all repairs are done. I'm telling you, that's how I got big so fast. Cause boy, I made sure. Boy, I'm talking about Lil Leah know, cause this is what we used to do. I used to go to sleep faithfully every night at 11 o'clock without fail. Straight up, I don't care what's on TV, I don't care what's going on. 11 o'clock, it's over. You know what I'm saying? Get up by 7 or 8. When I used to watch Leah when she was first born, Lil Muffin bring Leah around there by 6. Me and Leah take naps, man. I used to take bodybuilder naps and all. You know what I'm saying? All that sleep led to growth hormone, which led to, wait for it, gains. You know what I'm saying? Gains, Corey. I don't see no gains over there, man. I don't see no gains over there. Look at it. He trying to flex on me. So now you say he covered with light, right? Come over here to Ephesians 5, right? About verse 10. You know what I'm saying? We still holding Genesis chapter 20, Ezekiel 37, Romans 16, Jeremiah 4. We finna hit Jeremiah 4 in a minute though. But you notice he say being clothed with light. See, don't you notice we go back and look at Jeremiah 4, he said that the earth and all that was darkness, it was void. Then he clothed it with some light. Even when you turn around when we read Zechariah 14, he said in the evening time, it shall be light, because it was dark. He had to clothe it with some light. You know what I'm saying? See, right now we should be seeking the desire to be clothed with some light. See, if you don't have the word in you, see everybody loves to quote Isaiah 8 and 20. If it's not according to the law and the testimony, ain't no light in them. Nigga, just because you talking some word don't mean it's light in you. Because when you saying there's light in you, you saying Hamashiach in you. And if you sitting, you lying. Because 1 John 3 and 5 say we know that he would manifest to take away our sins, and in him is no sin. And everyone who dwell in him sin not. You know what I'm saying? See, this ain't what's being preached to the people. But you better get that sin out your life. See, we hard on this old ignorant bastard right here because we love him, but he don't appreciate it because he don't love himself. You know what I'm saying? That's why he act the way he act, that's why he do what he do. You know what I'm saying? He don't love and respect himself. So it's going to be very, very difficult for him to love and respect anybody else till he learn to love and respect himself and carry himself with dignity and honor like a king is supposed to. Because Hamashiach was a king, he carried himself with honor and dignity. You ain't never see this man kowtow and bow down to any man. You know what I'm saying? He bowed down to one person and one person alone. That was his father in the Shamahim. That's the same thing you supposed to do. See, that's why people don't get no respect out here, because we don't carry ourselves with respect and dignity, because we don't love ourselves. All we care about is possessing information and running it down and telling people what you know. You know what I'm saying? I done told y'all a million times before, it ain't about what you know, it's how you living. You can know a lot of things. Paul say, boy, if I give my body to be burned, he say, though I had knowledge of all prophecies and understand all mysteries, if I don't love the Most High, I'm nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's all we care about, no son. Same way that dude tried to convince me, man, the ankh is this, it's a penis and a vagina. Nigga, I don't want nothing to do with that, you fool. You want to walk around with a man schlong on your back and a woman womb on your back, on your feet, on your chest, on your body, on your chain? Be my guest. Nigga, I don't like penis. I'm not rocking that.
Especially not on my neck.
I ain't wearing no penis on me, man. Type of straight man walk around with a man schlong on his shoes. He got a schlong on his neck. I mean, that's how you got to start looking at this stuff. That's a phallic symbol. That's what it is. That's a penis. Ain't now one of y'all gonna get nobody's penis and put it on no chain and walk around with it. You ain't gonna get no sneakers, bro. Airbrush me a penis on my shoes, bro. That'll be hot. Put the mushroom tip on there too, bro. If they gonna be nasty like that, then be nasty like that. Which one of y'all gonna put a vagina on a chain and walk around and wear it?
Put it between your forehead.
You know what I'm saying? Get a big old fat vagina on your forehead. Got a big old penis right there on your head. Boy, you like, boy, that nigga gay cause he got a penis tattooed on his skull.
Come on, man.
And he know it.
But because it's an art, it's all right. That is the definition of stupidity. Man, I'm trying to tell you, man, this is why our people in trouble. Because ain't no standard being set in the earth. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody have no dignity, no honor, no nothing. You wonder why women get disrespected? You dress like a slut. You look like a slut. You talk like a slut. You act like a slut. You carry yourself like a slut. Carry yourself like a woman. See how many of these fool niggas stay out your face. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't sit back and look at it. You cover yourself up. You carry yourself as a woman of honor and dignity. You don't get as many likes. Won't get as many comments. Not as many niggas will run up on you in the street all in your face. Dress like a horse, see what happens. Girl, you fine, girl. Woo-woo. All like that right there, man. I'm telling you, and I knew this before the word. Because if a man deems a woman that he deems that this is a woman of respect, his approach is different. A man can see a woman dressed one way and modesty and another woman dressed like a whore, and he's going to approach that woman dressed like a whore different than he would have approached that woman who dressed modestly. Matter of fact, he may not even approach that woman who dressed modestly if sex is his only objective, because in his mind, he already going to deem sex is not on the table. I'm not even finna waste my time. She ain't shaking nothing. But that girl over there showing all them titties and them legs and that booty though, I'm gonna hit that hoe by the end of the week, bro. That's what's going through his mind. See, I be trying to tell y'all certain stuff so y'all can understand what's actually going through people's minds, especially men, when you present yourselves in front of them. Especially y'all women, because y'all so lame. Y'all think a man's just supposed to respect you because you a woman. Wrong answer. He's not going to do it. A man only going to respect you when you give him something to respect. You don't give him something to respect, he will not respect it. You know what I'm saying? It's the same way that a man got to be a man. A woman's not going to respect a man just because he a man. He got to give her something to respect. If he don't give her nothing to respect, then she ain't going to respect it. And if he do give her something to respect and she don't respect, she's just a maggot hoe that you don't want nothing to do with. Because some women done ran, there's some men out here who the man that they respect and that woman still didn't want to listen. That's a foot drag. You toss her back in the lake with the rest of the crabs. You go ahead and toss that abomination back. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. They say, boy, I done caught me a bad one. Boy, I'm gonna cast that one, they'll bite. That's just like going fishing and catching a boot. You know what I'm saying? You be like, boy, I got me one. Oh, man, what you laughing for?
I fish in the sea, but I caught a boot.
I caught a boot. It's trout, it's bass, it's tuna out here, and I'm looking at all these boys, looking at all these big old kingfish they catching, and I'm like, boy, I got me one, boy. It's a boot.
It's a steel toe.
Oh, Corey.
It's a boot.
They got a hiking boot in the wall.
You know what I'm saying? You got to think about that type of stuff. You got to think about how you present yourself, how you carry and conduct yourself. If you say you serve the Most High Yah by way of His Son, then there's a certain way you're supposed to carry. If you say you got light in you, that means you saying you clothed with honor and majesty. Then that means you supposed to be covered with esteem, respect, and dignity. You supposed to carry yourself that way. You shouldn't even have to demand no respect, because respect would be given just by the way you carry and conduct yourself. You know what I'm saying? Even when a Mashiach was walking the earth, them people may not like him. They respected him though. They said they didn't want to kill him unless the people took off, because the people held him to be a prophet. So that means they respected him and they respected the people, because somebody you don't respect, we don't care if these niggas act a fool. We don't care if they burn it down. But they say, boy, they respect him, boy. So in their heart, they respected him too. You know they respected him because they stayed following him around, asking him stupid questions. You don't follow somebody around you don't respect and you deem as stupid. You don't follow them around asking them questions. You were following around asking him questions because you respected. You seen how the man was carrying himself. Even in the face of adversity and all these people calling their names and this, that, there, and the other, it was always majesty and honor how he conducted himself. Always in a constant state of dignity. See, I tell y'all that even when people come at you, somebody say something to you y'all don't like, this, that, there, and other, you use your mind. You know what I'm saying? It don't make no difference, man. That stuff don't bother me. You know what I'm saying? Nigga call me. I know his people probably call me all type of stuff. I could care less. You can just one thing you can't gonna call me. That's late for dinner. You know what I'm saying? And that's real. And if you know what that really meant, you really know what I'm talking about. Cause when we talking about don't call me late for dinner, I ain't talking about no dinner plate. You know what I'm saying? Just don't call me late for dinner. I don't care what you call me. It's no concern to me. I don't care. I'm telling y'all something, man. Niggas been calling me crazy since I was 15 years old. That's that's 20 years. I ain't cared then, and I don't care now. You know what I'm saying? Nigga called me a false prophet. That nigga don't know what he talking about. I could care less. You know what I'm saying? I know this here, though, and I don't say this with no arrogance. I don't say this out no pride. I can hold my own. All you got to do is come see me. I hold my own. We can do it however you want to do it. You know what I'm saying? I can hit you off with word while I'm walking down the street, while I'm riding a bicycle, while I'm on the city bus, while I'm driving. I'm talking about sitting in the living room, and by the grace of y'all, I don't need no book with me. Because I already got a book with me. If you understand what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell y'all something, man. Before we take off in this Ephesians 5 and 10, well, man, I actually want about verse 14. But we'll start at verse 10. I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. I done told some of y'all this before, all y'all ain't heard it. This was 2010. This was when I first, you know what I'm saying, he had me out in the street, man. Literally ain't had nowhere to lay my head at, man. 4 days a week I sleep at the restaurant where I worked at overnight. 3 days a week I slept in the hotel. Off the money that I got paid every week. That's real talk, true story. You know what I'm saying? I had this very same backpack. It's in the bike though. Had a little compartment in it. It's got a little compartment in it. Had that big old family Bible I had that I used to carry with me. And one day I was like this here, man, talking to some people, man. And I went to go get it. And boy, he was like, boy, you can't always go in that bag and pull that book out, boy. He said, boy, that stuff got to be in your heart, boy. I give you what to say. You ain't got time to go in that book. That wastes time. That slows down the conversation. That slows down the message that I need you to impart. Because you got to take your time and open this backpack up and go through the stuff that's in the way of the compartment and open that up and pull the book out and fish that out. You don't have time to do that. You know what I'm saying? You don't have time to do that. That's 3-4 minutes you wasted doing that. That could have been time you could have been imparting information. He said, boy, this thing got to be in your heart. Now, of course, that's the main thing. So you ain't got time to go in that bag. This thing got to be in your heart. That's about 6 years. That's about 5 years ago. He's like, boy, this thing got to be in your heart. It got to be in your mind. You know what I'm saying? See, you know, a lot of people, they can't talk to people about the word unless they got the book right there with them. Because the word is not in them. That's why they're not clothed with light. When you clothed with light, the word is in you. The word is with you no matter where you go. You know what I'm saying? And not only, that's why he say when the Ruach HaKodesh is in you, it'll bring to remembrance all things that I've said unto you. Not for the purpose of preaching, but for the purpose of you knowing what you ought to do and what you ought not to do. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to go be like, let me refer back to my notes. Ain't no refer back no more. Let me go refer back. Ain't no refer back to the book. It's in you. Some of y'all done heard that remember that time we were talking to them people and I told them people, I ain't got no book in front of me, man. They got offended. Because they were taking it as if I was saying that I'm just coming off the top of my head, man. I mean, the word with me, man, bro. Okay, bro, I'm off a chapter or 2-3 verses, man. We got the way we were looking. What's the problem? You know what I'm saying? You knew it was book when I said it, though. This thing got to be in your heart. It will direct your steps. It will direct your pathway. It will lead you the way that you need to go. And that's Jerusalem. It gets you where you need to go. You know what I'm saying? But if it's not in your heart, it's no different than, how many of y'all deal with computers? I'm talking about really deal with them. So you already know when you talking about a computer, when you're dealing with software and you put that software in there, it's the input that allows the computer to operate. You know what I'm saying? The computer don't got to go back and look at nothing or read nothing because the information is already installed. You know what I'm saying? Operating system. All you gotta do is hit that button, the computer knows this means to do this, and this means to do that, and this means to do this, and this means to do that. That's you gotta look at the word the same way. That thing got to be in your heart. That's the operating system. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to go back and look at the owner's manual, because the owner manual is with me wherever I go. Ephesians 5 and 10. When you look at Mashiach, and what's the first thing we love to scream? He was the walking Torah. Why you ain't one? Huh? Why you ain't one? If he dwelling in you and you dwelling in him, wouldn't you be one? See, the only thing we look around to do is to preach and not live it. That's why I told you better look at what Ezra said. He said he sought to find out statutes and commandments and Yasharah and to do them and teach them. But his main key thing is he wanted to do them. See, we backwards. We want to teach them. He said, proving what is acceptable unto the master, and have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them, for it is a shame to speak of those things which are done of them in secret. But all things are reproved, are made manifest by the light. For whatsoever doth make manifest is light. Y'all don't even sit back and realize that when you see in the beginning there's darkness, and then you see Hamashiach coming back and there's darkness, then he make it be light. All this was showing to him making light that darkness is wrong, and the light was coming to reprove it or correct it, because the darkness wasn't good. He didn't look at the night or the darkness and say it was good. He said he looked at the light and he said that was good. Because this had to correct that. That's why he say he is clothed in light, or basically for all intents and purposes, he is clothed with light. Because in him, get your John chapter 1 verse 4. Hold on, let me read verse 14 though. Wherefore he saith, awake thou that sleep, and arise from the dead, and Hamashiach shall give thee light. See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. See, that's what you got to start realizing. Start walking around here like a fool, like Simpleton boy. Where he went at?
Simpleton.
Where's that boy at? Oh, boy, you better be somewhere. Go on and get John chapter 1. Oh, he ain't messing with him, boy. He don't get no. Long as I'm in, till he go home to his mammy, he can't breathe. So that's till they leave here. He can't breathe till they leave here. Not in my presence. 1 and 4, John. See, look what he tell you. In him was light, and the light was the life of men. And the light shined in darkness, and the darkness comprehended not. There was a man sent from Elohim whose name was Yuchanan. The same came for a witness to bear witness of the light, that all men through him might believe. He was not that light, but was sent to bear witness of that light. That was the true light, which light every man that come into the world. And ain't that something that when the world was without form and void, like he told you in Jeremiah, that he said, I beheld, that he made some light right there to light upon every man that come in the world. So even from the beginning, he was showing you how Mashiach would be clothed with light, to be light to every man who's ever born. But it's on us if we accept the word or reject the word. Most people don't want to do it. Let me go back to Jeremiah 4 to just make sure we see what it says. Let's go and knock that out. We'll get back to Romans 16 and Genesis 20 and Ezekiel 37 in due time. See, we went to Genesis chapter 20 for a reason. And that's to sit back to show that this man said it wasn't no fear of Yah in this place. You know what I'm saying? That's what we went there for. But we got to deal with the fact of, he say, man, go to this man, Abraham, who name translate mean father of exalted father. He say, go to this man who is a prophet, and he will pray for you, and you will live. So you turn around and you see that Abraham in this instance is an intercessor. A man named who mean exalted father is an intercessor. Now I could go back round, but I'm going to save that for tomorrow. When you look around and look at that man who had a son, Lamach's son, Jabal, who was the father of them who dwelt in tents. You know what I'm talking about? So you turn around, Hamashiach is an exalted father, because he gave him a name, a high name, a name exalted above every name given unto men, and that name being Yahushua HaMashiach. Right? And then you know that he is a father because he gave birth children. You hot over there? Y'all around there putting your hand on your head, you hot. Got a headache, them churning balling, y'all. But Lizzie crunk up. Y'all think about that though. Abraham an intercessor right there. Why would the Most High tell, but these people tell you can't nobody intercede for you? But yet he telling Amalek to go to this man and he'll pray for you and you'll live. Abraham got that type of power. Is that really about Abraham? When the testimony of a Mashiach is the spirit of prophecy, like the book say, and he giving the man a vision. If he giving the man a vision, the man a prophet, which means that's a prophecy. But these niggas so stupid, they can't even see that. They just think it's a story. We'll get over here to Jeremiah chapter 4. Maybe one of these days our people get our mind right. We start right here in verse 23, right? He beheld the earth, it was without form and void, and the Shamahim had no light. Now, we have yet to go into it in great detail at this time, but you know, you can look at the English definition of earth, or you can look at the Hebrew definition of Aratz, and both of those definitions will show you that that's talking about a Mashiach. Because when you turn around and you look at him and he went back in that grave, the earth was without form, it was void, it had no form. He had not became the son of the Most High when he went in that grave. He was just earth then. Without void, the Shamahim ain't had no light. That man came up out that grave, boy. He had a form. He was the son of the Most High. The Shamahim had light then because he said, I am the light of the world, that light upon every man. That's why he say, arise them that sleep, and the Mashiach will give thee light. He'll give you eternal light if you just go for it. If you just put the stuff you got going to the side, but you know what niggas want to do? Find out reasons to justify their sin. Find out reason to stay being a nigga all their life. Well, you know what's the worst thing in the world to do? Do what 2 Timothy 2:19 say. Proclaiming the name of a Mashiach and you ain't departed from iniquity. There's nowhere in the world you belong to him. We don't look at these things. All we look at is just dwelling in a tent for 7 days. That's all. We in the tent in the wilderness 7 days. And what? You still in the wilderness, dummy, because you still in sin. So what good did it do you to sit your stinking butt in the tent for 7 days as if that man was going to be pleased with that? That brother did his thing, boy. He was in that tent a whole week. Nigga beat his meat in that tent, though. He smoked a lot of weed, though. You know what I'm saying? Told a lot of lies, though. You know what I'm saying? Had a lot of hate in his heart for a lot of people. He was around there coveting the brother in the tent's wife over there. Around here eating groceries. Well, you know, some of them Hebrew boys believe in all that type of stuff. They say it's a bed undefiled. You can't defile it. I want to blow my wife booty, I can do that. Who are you to say that? To see, brother, you too legalistic. I just seen a brother say something about it. Some women took some pictures in Mount Zion. At Mount Zion now. With pants on, praying to y'all. Dude say, man, y'all praying to y'all with pants on? Oh, brother, you too legalistic. Nigga, screw what you talking about. Hey. What made you think that man was going to accept that prayer? You know what somebody said? He know our hearts. You going to hell. You know why I say that? Because that's a sin excuse. That's what sinners say. That's what sinners say. Anytime you hear somebody say, God know my heart, God know my heart, you are talking to a sinner. You know what the book of Psalms say? He say, search my heart, if there be any unclean thing, remove it. That's what David said, ain't it? Yeah. He say, search it, try it, get it on up out of there. Nah. You don't see nobody walk around here, see, Yahuwah know my heart, see. So while I'm finna neigh after my neighbor wife and blow her back out, he know I love him. I hear and one of y'all say he know my heart. Boy, just know you could be snapped on sight. I ain't saying you would, just know it's possible. It's highly likely. Probability as well. 90% chance of rain. Cause you basically, for all intents and purposes, you telling people you're a sinner. You know what I'm saying? You telling people, I know they're wrong, and most I know I want to do right, but I just love doing wrong so much. What kind of way is that to be? That ain't no way to be. That ain't no way to be. Come on back over here to Genesis chapter 20, man. We'll get back to Ezekiel 37 in a minute. What I wanted to hit, I can't even get round up to it. I might be able to get round up to it. Y'all all right? Praise y'all. Hold on now. So he said he'll restore. He told this man, restore the man's wife. He'll pray for thee. Let's look at John chapter 17 and let's see if he prayed for you. Let's just see if he prayed for you. And considering what we've been looking at with these certain festivals coming around, what should come to mind when we look at John 17 from here on out with this man praying? What should come to your mind, gentlemen? From here on out, when you read this man praying, what should come to your mind?
This is an actual Lord's Prayer. When Kyle was talking about the Lord's Prayer, Lovely said this is his petition.
This is his petition. Now from here on out, what do we speak on during the time? Come on, bro. Come on, man. Tighten up, man. Got your leg cocked up, man. Nobody want to turn around, look around, see you cutting your drawers, bro. Man, men don't lay down like that, man. I could give you if you was like this here, like if you were watching TV or something or a movie. You know what I'm saying? But men don't do that, bro. I'm gonna make a man out you one day. Or you gonna go to prison in my efforts. You know what I'm talking about?
John 20.
John 17. When we look at John 17 and we see the master making his supplication, what should come to your mind from here on out? I ain't went into it in great detail yet. Y'all we'll get to it. But always remember Isaiah 58. Is this not a fast that I have chosen for a man's voice to be heard on high? From here on out, that's what y'all should be looking at. That this is when this man is being afflicted and his voice is being heard on high. Because he say he won't help an evildoer, but he won't cast away a perfect man. You know what I'm saying? He did not cast a Mashiach away. It looked like that into the eyes of sinful and carnal men. But into those that have eyes to see and ears to hear, they seen he was with him. John 17 and 20. Let's see if he prayed for him that you might live. He also asked for him to restore his wife. Well, as a matter of fact, let's look at it. He said verse 5 first to see if he asked to get his wife restored. Because he told the man, restore the man his wife. He said, and now, O Abba, glorify, esteem thou me with thy own self, with the esteem which I had with thee before the world was. I have manifested thy name unto the men which thou gave me out of the world. Thine they were, and thou gave them me, and they have kept thy word. Now they have known that all things whatsoever thou hast given me are of thee. For I have given unto them the words which thou gave me, and they have received them, and have known surely that I came out from thee, and they have believed that thou didst send me. Same way, if he told him that Abraham was a prophet, would he have not had to believe that Yah had son Abraham? Would he have not had to believe that Abraham had been given the word? Would he have not received the word from Abraham's mouth the same way he received it from the Most High mouth? Ain't that something? You know what's wrong with most of our people? They ain't ready to receive no word. You know all they want to receive? You Yasharal and keep the commandments, but not actually live them. I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. It's not as hard to live this word as it seems. It's not that hard. It's actually quite easy. You know what makes it easy? When you want to do it. When your heart is set to do it. When all you gotta do is look at Ezra. He said it was, go to Ezra 7 and 5. Hold this John 17. All you gotta do is look at Ezra. Had in mind Ezra had. 7 and 10 actually. Let's look at the first thing it said Ezra sought to do. That's the mind everybody should have. Doesn't matter that Ezra was a ready scribe. We're not coming here because Ezra was a ready scribe. Because you know if he was a ready scribe, that means he was a skillful scribe in the word. It says, for Ezra had prepared his heart to seek the law of Yahuwah. And to do it. Hold on, we might need to read that part again. Like this here, like Mr. Simpleton got his little paper, he got his notebook, the yard, all that type of stuff. Like that means, son, you don't even listen to your mama, so we know you ain't listening to y'all. How would we expect you to believe, we would believe you would listen to the Most High, but you don't even listen to your own mama? Elizabeth. She got. She know where to go. Ezra 7 and 10 one more time. He say, for Ezra had prepared his heart to seek the law of Yahuwah and to do it and to teach in Yasharal statutes and judgment. Come on back to John 17. So what did Ezra seek to do first?
Seek the law in his heart.
He sought to seek to obey the word. You know, all we seek to, most of our people seek to do is teach the word. They don't seek to obey it. How many of y'all actually doing this here? Y'all niggas scream, I'm fighting for my soul. I'm seeking salvation. I'm this, that, there, and the other. But how really hard are you really seeking it? Because if you were seeking the word, you would be seeking it to do it. That's why Mashiach say, seeking you'll find. You'll find just what you're looking for, which is my word, which is obedience to me. See, a lot of y'all don't seek that. Sit up, boy.
Michael.
I bet you don't do none of that in school, nigga. 17 and 20. So we can already see right here, he's asking, hey, you gave him to me. Now let's sit back and see if he's going to restore his wife to him. And let's see if they'll live. He said, neither pray I thee for these alone, but for them also which shall believe on me through their word, that they all may be one as thou, Abba, art in me and I in thee, that they also may be one in us, that the world may believe that thou hast sent me. And the esteem which thou gave me I have given them. Oh boy, that go that honor and that majesty. That mean they would be clothed with light too then, wouldn't it? Right. And if we believed on the word which they preached, then we would be clothed with light too, now what? He said that they may be one even as we are one. If he all this talking about one, what should come to your mind then? That too? But I'm talking about in the law though. And that too, but I'm talking about even further back in the law though. Like all the way in the beginning. Because he said, you'll be flesh of my flesh, bone of my bone, and they shall be one flesh. Because he said, man, restore my wife to me. You see him making that supplication. He's saying, restore the man now his wife. You know what I'm saying? Give me his wife. Then he say, once you give him his wife, then he'll pray for you and you'll live. And what is he doing right now? He's praying for you so that you'll live. Listen else he say now. I and them and thou and me, that they may be made perfect in one, that the world may know that thou hast sent me and hast loved me, and have loved them as thou hast loved me. Abba, I will that they also whom thou hast given me be with me where I am, that they may behold my esteem, which thou hast given me, for thou loved me before the foundation of the world. Which is going right back to what we seen in Jeremiah, right? Which is going right back what we looked at in Psalms 104, right? See, the reason why we came to this Genesis chapter 20, let's go back to it, is because you seen that he said, this is my sister. You remember, Mashiach always told them people, don't tell them who I am. Because they already know from Isaiah 54 that Yah is thy husband, thy maker is thy husband. You know what I'm saying? They already know this. These people know Hosea chapter 2. They know what's supposed to go down. They know who this man is, who his wife is, and what it's supposed to be. So he kept telling them for all intents and purposes, no, man, that's my sister. That's my sister. Don't tell them who I am now. He explicitly charged his disciples, don't tell nobody who I am till after I'm dead. You know the people who were his disciples, when he told them not to tell them, they published it. You notice when they went and he told them who he was, they wanted to kill him. You notice the key thing they said in John chapter 11, man, we're going to lose our place of nation. Or we're going to lose our wives, boy. Well, never your wife, because you slanderers and you neigh after your neighbor's wife, like Jeremiah told you. You lusting after another man's wife. That's not your wife. That's that man's wife. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to tell you something, boy. That's bad for business, boy. Be around here lusting after somebody's woman, lusting after somebody's man. You got a problem. You know what I'm saying? You got a problem. You know what I'm saying? That's a real problem. If you were walking down the street and your lady like, that's a nice looking man. Hey man, that don't mean she lusting after him. She like, hey, that's a nice looking man. And vice versa. Cause I tell you something, man. I told you this before, some of y'all this before. If you think you're handsome, it's somebody handsomer. And if you think you're pretty, it's somebody pretty. You know what I'm saying? Human beings are visual creatures. Ain't nothing wrong with them saying. The problem go in, they be like, you know what, boy? Well, she bad, bro. You like, well, you know that's such and such. Why? She still fine though. That's when you know that nigga sick. You know what I'm saying? Once you been done let her know that's somebody why, and that nigga keep on going. Like, boy, well, you seen that outfit she had on the other day? Like, man, tell that nigga don't come around here no more. You know what I'm saying? The reason being why, because he'll sleep with your wife. You know what I'm saying? Woman sit around here telling you, boy, your man is this, that, that, and the other. Better watch her. First chance she get, boy. She'll be like that, some nigga put a clip up, some dude come to his homeboy house, and his old lady in there had nigga doing all type of old crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? She gonna try to toot it and boot it. And you know what I'm saying? Most men ain't got no self-control. You know what I'm saying? All they gonna just see is a mango and go for it. Genesis chapter 12, I'm telling you, most men ain't got no self-control. I ain't saying all men. Most men don't. That's why I told y'all that last night. Well, you got men trying to hold on, boy. Can't be around here letting your booty be around here wiggling and jiggling, your titties everywhere. That man might explode. Thermostat might burst. Next thing you know, you got mercury leaking everywhere. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't lying. Now, verse 8. Look at verse 8, see what this sounds like to y'all. Well, verse 7. Now therefore restore the man his wife, for he is a prophet, and he shall pray for thee, that thou shalt live. If thou restore her not, know that thou shalt surely die, thou and all that are thine. Because let his blood be on our children's children. They didn't want to restore the man his wife. You know what I'm saying? They ain't want to do it. Did they not say in Acts chapter 5, did we not straightly charge you not to teach in this man's name, that you intend to bring this man blood upon us and all Jerusalem? They ain't want to restore it. He said that in Mashiach in Acts chapter 10, he was a prophet, mighty in word and deed, and went around doing good. And they killed him.
They didn't judge righteous judgment.
Look at verse 8 though. But look what Amalek do. Let's sit back and look at it. I'm telling you, this thing moves fast. If you ain't paying attention, you'll miss it. He said, therefore Amalek rose early in the morning and called all his servants and told all these things in their ears, and the men were sore afraid. Then Amalek called Abraham and said unto him, what hast thou done unto us? And what have I offended thee, that thou hast brought on me and on my kingdom a great sin? Thou hast done deeds unto me that thou ought not to be done. What verse 8 sound like to y'all?
Mashiach rising up early in the morning.
Any of you brothers on the phone, what that sound like? What verse 8 sound like to y'all? Y'all be all right. What time it is? About 10:50, y'all tired. I know you tired. You tired too, Andy. You got up 4 o'clock in the morning. Woo! Hard charger. Then you got to go home and put that deal with that baby. No, that's not what we're looking for. We're dealing with verse 8. That man said King Amalek. Remember, he's a king, right? So if he's a king, right, you know if he a king, we just read of Mashiach is the prince of kings, right? He just sitting there rubbing on his chin. King of kings. I don't care what you're talking about. I'm looking at him over there rubbing on his chin.
It's Abimelech.
Yeah, I know it. So what?
His name means something.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know it. All their name means something.
Amalek and Abimelech don't mean the same thing.
Yeah, Amalek did the same thing Abimelech did, though. You didn't know that there, though, did you?
I ain't know that.
Okay, then. Okay then, because Isaac did the same thing with Amalek, king of Egypt too. You know
I knew
that. Okay then, that's what I'm talking about. Same thing. Isaac did the same thing Abraham did. And Isaac said the same thing Abraham said too, which we finna read. But we need to deal with verse 8 though. If it,
disciples coming up now, and giving them charge.
I mean verse 8. Now, if this man, remember, Abimelech is the king, so that means that he would be a similitude of a Mashiach too then. And you see,
His name actually means son of the king.
you know what I'm saying? And then he turn around and he say, call all my servants to me. I tell him the stuff in their ears. I tell all this stuff in their ears.
Early morning.
Let's go look at Luke 24. Matter of fact, let's make it Matthew 28:1. He said, I got to call all of them. I tell it to him. He said when he told it to them, they were kind of afraid, right? Matter of fact, let's just look at Luke 24. It's even better where you can see they were kind of scared. Put that phone back, Stanks.
Shit, phone back.
Oh, she'll get your phone real fast. You ain't careful. 24 to 33. They rose up the same hour and returned to Jerusalem, and found the 11 gathered together, and them that were with them, saying, the master is risen indeed, and have appeared to Simon. And they told what things were done in the way, and he was known of them in the breaking of bread. And as they thus spake, Yahushua himself stood in the midst of them, and saith unto them, peace be unto you. They were affrighted, and supposed that they had seen a ruach. And he said unto them, why are you troubled, and why do thoughts arise in your hearts? Behold my hands and my feet, that it is I myself. Handle me, see. For a spirit have not flesh and bones, as you see me have. And when he had thus spoken, he showed them his hands and his feet. And while they yet believed not for joy and wondered, he said unto them, have you here any meat? And he gave them a piece of broiled fish and of a honeycomb. And he took it and ate before them. And then you know what he began to do. He began to manifest the word to them. Now y'all know from Mark 28 and the account in Matthew 28 and Mark 16, when he rose, he seen Mary Magdalene, and he tell her, go tell my brethren, meet me in Galilee.
He was found upon a honeycomb. You can't do that one.
Well, we can look at it. Because you know he wasn't eating no honeycomb.
Yeah, that's why I said, that's why I'm curious.
Well, you know he wasn't doing that.
Even Greek was gonna say beef.
Yeah, and you already know that ain't right. You know what I'm saying? You have to look at that in Hebrew, because you know if he's dealing with a honeycomb, he ain't dealing with no beef. You know what I'm saying? That's why we tell you, if anything that's in Greek, man, you take that, flush that down the toilet. You know what I'm saying? Because now, if we deal with that translation in Greek, it's going to make a Mashiach to be a sinner. You know what I'm saying? Or it's going to get somebody to say, well, if he ate bee honey, we can eat it. So you know full well, whatever honey he possessed, it ain't come from no bee. You know what I'm saying? You know he was eating vegetable distilled honey just like John the Baptist wore. You know that with tree sap, just like that wore. That was honey distilled from grape. Could have even been agave nectar. Something say out the same way you talking about your love for plant. You know full well he wasn't dealing with no bee honey. We just don't fool with that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And John the Baptist showed you that when he had his meat of wild locusts and honey. You know what I'm saying? Ain't got no time for that. Probably had him a nice old glaze to put on that fish. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And did they thing with it. That's why we got to get one with that in Hebrew. Can't mess with that New Testament with no Greek. Remember I said the first thing to let me see that, I already knew that, but the first thing to let you know that is that definition for Nazarene. When they got the thing that read Nazarene instead of translating the nets and being branch. That's the first thing let you know. These people put stuff in there, mess the whole game up. You know what I'm saying? Remember we looked at that? That allowed them sinners to turn around and say, see, ain't no Nazarene in here. He's a branch just like what you mean. That's supposed to be brand. So then you got to go through and disseminate and break down every single solitary error that they made. Because they threw them in there. You know, another one is with deacon. That word ain't in our law nowhere. It's supposed to be minister. That's what the nigga used in that debate that I had about can women preach or teach. See, a woman can be a deaconess. Cause see, it translates to servant. So how you get a deaconess out of servant then, nigga? Just call her what she is, a servant. You know what I'm saying? For all intents and purposes, little Muffin has been a servant all week. All week. Does that mean she was around here preaching? She was ministering, wasn't it? What that mean she was preaching and teaching then? That's a dumb nigga for you. Come on here to verse 10. Genesis. Nigga be dumb all they want them. Remember he told Martha that. He said Mary that Martha was he told Martha that. Martha said, man, tell Mary to come help me. She ain't helping me serve. He said, man, Martha, you encumbered with many things. He said, but Mary had chosen that good part which shall not be taken away from her. Mary sitting here getting that word. You to go ahead and get these plates ready. For all intents and purposes, that's what he was telling her. You know what I'm saying? Cause Mary looking at, Martha looking at, man, I got to do a lot of work, man. Look, you like, man, Marsha, you need to tell her, come over here and help me. You know what I'm saying? I need some help. He said, don't you worry about all that.
If it had been any other person, any other situation, Martha would have been in the right, but it's about time and what's it doing.
It was timing. Say Mary had chosen that good part, which is not, Mary needed their words. See, Martha didn't need, because you got to sit back and look at it. Martha was already walking lockstep. This Lazarus' sister. You know what I'm saying? Martha was already doing what she was supposed to do. Martha was the one that she said, boy, if you would have been here, he wouldn't have been dead. He said, man, your brother gonna ride. You know what Martha said? She said, I know he will on the resurrection at the last day. So you know Martha was following no pants. You know what I'm saying? You know she believed on it when she seen him and heard it. But Mary, so it wasn't no need for you to sit here, Martha. You good. Just go and keep fixing them plates. You know what I'm saying? Mary need this right here. You know what I'm talking about? See, sometimes we sit back and we look at this here because we sit back and be like, man, somebody need to come help me with what I'm doing. Somebody need to come help me with what I'm doing. This ain't right, man. This ain't right. You gonna sit down somewhere. You be all right. She chosen the good part. What part you gonna choose? You know what I'm saying? See, we don't look at stuff like that because sometimes all we look at is what we got going on and you ain't looking at the bigger picture. You feel what I'm saying? Come on over here to Genesis chapter 20. Let me finish verse 10. Hit on Ezekiel 37. Maybe get there Romans 16. We approaching the 2-hour mark. I know niggas tired. What I wanted to preach on tonight, I ain't even get nowhere to it. So you know what that means? Just get pushed back to another day. Could get hit tomorrow. I still got 2 more days. And y'all I got to get what I told you that we were going to get with Genesis chapter 4. With the dwelling in tents and all that stuff right there. So we mentioned that at the beginning of the week. It's been a long week, ain't it? Yeah, it did. A lot of information. In a short period of time. Genesis chapter 20, verse 10. What I'm talking about, even though it is 11:01, they are still going hard. You think they would be tired by now. He said, and Amalek said unto Abraham, what saw thou that thou done this thing? And Abraham said, because I thought surely the fear of Elohim is not in this place, they will slay me for my wife's sake. Now the same thing of Mashiach say, boy, the fear of the Most High ain't here, they gonna kill me. When you turn around and you look at America, when you look at the whole world system, what did the Mashiach say? He said, boy, the devil gonna cast some of y'all into prison and kill you. Because truly the fear of the Most High is not in this place. This is a God-forsaken place. This is what I was telling y'all before we even really went to start preaching. That, boy, what y'all gonna do when these people turn their minds and hearts on us and seek to take you up out of here? Because the respect and fear of y'all is not in this place. It's not here. Look at them niggas fighting. They dead over there. You dead over there, Troy? Oh yeah, you about done. You got a headache or something, don't you?
Good, no.
Say, what this nigga gave you?
I had to take about 3, 4. 81 milligrams. I'm a grown man.
He said I had to eat about three, four of those for a grown man. What you rocking over there back and forth looking like Little Red Riding Hood? You know what I'm saying? But I'm for real though, you gotta think about that type of stuff, man. You gotta think about that type of stuff seriously though. He say, man, I thought these people would kill me, man. Cause the fear of the Most High is not here. You gotta think about that. If the fear of the Most High ain't in no place, that's why I sat back and said that he capable of doing anything. Ain't no respect in him. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no respect in him. And if you ain't got no respect or fear for the Most High, you capable of doing anything at any time. You know what I'm saying? That's why I tell you, you got to be on guard when dealing with sinners, because ain't nothing to stop them. This is what Abraham had in his head when he was going through this place. These people, I believe these people to be sinners, man. Ain't nothing to stop them from killing me for her. What's going to stop them? Nothing. Ezekiel 37. Get your Luke 10 and about 35 first. Little muff done woke up on you? Huh?
I said too loud.
Oh, it's too loud?
Yeah, it's quiet.
Of course, ain't all these black folks in there. With all them yelling children. 38 is better. Luke 10 and 38. Police riding. I hear him. It said, now it came to pass as they went, that he entered into a certain village, and a certain woman named Martha received him into her house. And she had a sister called Mary, which also sat at Yahushua's feet and heard his word. But Martha was cumbered about, much serving, and came to him and said, Master, does thou not care that my sister have left me to serve alone? Bid her therefore that she help me. Yahushua answered and said unto her, Martha, Martha, thou art careful and troubled about many things. But one thing is needful, and Mary hath chosen that good part, which shall not be taken away from her. You see the thing he say one thing is needful. He say Mary chose the good thing. It ain't going to be taken away from her. So you got to turn around and you got to look at something. If you choose the Most High Yah by way of his son, that's something these people can't take nothing from you. That man said you'll dwell in him and he'll dwell in you and you'll dwell in the Father, that the whole world might know that the Father sent the man. How can they take eternal life from you? They don't have the power to take it. They don't have the authority to take it. They don't have the reach or wherewithal. How can they go in the grave and say, I'm going to stand over them and block him from getting the Ruach HaKodesh when the Mashiach get back. I bet he won't raise from the dead. I'm going to stop it. They can't take that from you. The same way how he mentioned how Amalek name means son of a king. We know Hamashiach is a son of a king, and we seeking to become sons of the king, because we already stated that Abraham means exalted father. You got two men whose name is referring to you becoming the sons of the Most High.
Michael, don't do that again.
Gotta ask yourself, you want to be a son of Yah? You want to be a son of perdition? Which one is it going to be? Ezekiel 37. What you doing all that for? You lucky it's Shabbat, your mama can't make you clean up her house. Huh? It ain't about that you can clean your own house. It ain't even about where you do it. See, that's how you skate by. See, ain't no skating by. Yeah, we could clean this here too, but why do it when he can? Screw cleaning room. That nigga clean the whole house. That's what I'm telling you, son. That's how you break them niggas. My cousin made her son scrub the grout in the kitchen floor with a toothbrush. And you make him do it till he get it right. That's the point. That cleaning, that's nothing. That's why he do what he do, because he knows you ain't gonna, he don't, man, a slap in the face, a butt whooping, that pain stops in moments. Boy, I'm talking about if you tell this nigga did not tell you mop my flow like this, you will mop this flow until you get it to my specifications. You will not sit down till it's done. That's worse than any dropped hole, toe hole, slam, punch, belt you can put on him. I want my dishes washed just like this. If they ain't, wash them again. You pick up, wash them again. Wash them again.
Scrubbing.
You know what I'm saying? Didn't I tell you hit my toilet like this here? Hit it again. I guarantee you after a while, boy, that nigga be begging for a whooping. Then versus doing that right there. He'll be begging for one. He'll be begging for it. Boy, that nigga old enough to clean the whole house, all our sports, all you like this here.
That's all you gotta do.
Mm-hmm. Straight up and down. Straight up and down. I'm taking weeks off. Months. You know what I'm talking about? You been there told her, the yard man come, don't cut it, give it to him. And if he don't cut it how you want him to cut it, let me know. That's how you get it. Oh, clean the room. They like they say, I don't care nothing about that. What's that? We been there to clean the whole house. The twins' room, everybody's room. All that. Vacuum the floor. And all. Scrub that with a toothbrush. What? Why is that? Why do I? Is that what they call that stuff they be on the shower?
That milk?
Not mildew. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it'll be dry spots on the shower wall.
Oh, calcium.
You know what I'm saying? Why I got it on my wall? You ain't scrub hard enough. Put some elbow grease in it.
Tough action to match.
You know what I'm saying? Better go get Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean. That's how you get them. You make a child life miserable. That means you make him do everything in the house.
Then you make him leave the garden bed.
You know what I'm saying? Everything in the house. I'm gonna tell you something, man. When I was just telling you that, that was a true story. Boy, my mama was finna go cross my head at 17 for not sweeping her front porch to her specifications. This how I want it done. Okay, you want it done a specific way. You ain't gotta do it. I'm finna show you how to do it. And if you don't do it, it's consequences and repercussions of you not doing it. That consequence is you gonna keep on doing it till I approve. Look how he looking. He hoping you don't listen to me and do it.
Now.
You ain't even said that. That nigga just sat back and looked at you like this here. Boy, don't listen to that nigga. You ain't see it. He just turned back and looked. Don't you listen to that nigga. Because it's cycling through his mind. So you don't even know what we had that nigga do. But we had that nigga rake that yard, pick up all them trees. I had this nigga sweep this floor. I had that nigga clean the shower twice. You know what I'm talking about? All that. Nigga, as soon as you hopped out, nigga, what you talking about? You think it's over? Nigga, you better go clean that nigga. I told that nigga, you better clean the shower every time you get out of that your mama house. Every time you get out. And if he don't, you send him right back in there to go do it. That means anything he would want to do, he'll never be able to do it unless he do it right the first time. You know what it end up doing? Doing it right the first time. Because he know what to do. But if he don't think you'll make him go do it, then why would he put the effort to do it? That's why he don't respect you when you be saying it. Because you ain't going to make him do it. Because you go, I'll do it. I know how I want it. He knows that. He going to play you on that. All he thinking in his mind, sucker. I know what to do. Act like I don't know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? She going to get upset. She going to yell. Probably slap me upside the head. Tell me go to my room. And I ain't got to do it. I already know the game. I already know the game. You falling for it. You know how I know you? I like my house clean a certain way. What's your point?
Oh, he was, yeah.
What's your point? Show him how you want it done. If you say, boy, I want to be able to look here, and when I walk in and see this hardwood floor, I better see it shine, and I walk in, I want to smell lemons.
Vinegar and
lemons. I don't smell lemons. You gonna do it again. See, that's the whole key thing what you got to get at. If the whoopings ain't getting through, then that's what I'm gonna do, and you gonna do it again. Ain't no yell, you ain't gotta yell, ain't gotta put no hands on. You gonna do it again. And you gonna do, see, you wanna go outside and play, don't you?
Hey, boy, don't push that little boy like that.
It's gotta be mad. Yeah. See, that's what I'm sitting there telling you. See, I told you, I ain't never did nothing to them. You proved my point. Yeah, you heard, he mad. You wanna take it out on the baby. Coward. He outside there and seen it. He mad cause y'all laughing because he mad.
Hit his head on that counter.
I'd hit you.
Hit your head on that counter, nigga. Straight, you don't do that to the baby, nigga. You mad, you gonna take it out on the baby?
Nigga's a coward. Nigga's a coward. Cause he mad. Cause he knowing He mad at me for saying this.
Pull your shirt down.
Cause he hoping you won't do this. I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to give you some game on how I handle it. You know what I'm saying? Everything in that house, you make him do it. The only thing you wouldn't make him do is probably wash the clothes. And you make that nigga wash his own clothes.
And iron.
You know what I'm talking about? You make him fold his own clothes. He don't fold them right, fold them again. He don't put them on the hanger right, hang them up again. He don't iron them right, iron them again. Man, my mom used to go off on me for ironing wrong. Because I showed you how to do it the first time. I just wasn't good at it, though. After a while, she realized I wasn't playing around. I just sucked at ironing. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's it. I'm being serious, though. I'm being serious, though. That's how you do it. If you know you want that, mean you sit there and you show it to him. And if you don't do it right, you're going to do it again. And you're going to do it until you do it to my specifications. You know what I'm saying? So ain't no TV watching, ain't no book reading, ain't no running around doing this, ain't no doing none of that till this is done. And if it take 20 minutes or it take 20 hours, that's up to you. Because you know what I'm going to be doing? Chilling. Chilling. I'm going to be watching my TV. I'm going to be reading my book.
Lavender lemonade.
You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down.
So what?
Lavender lemonade.
Like I said, I got some infused water. He take good too. You sit at that glass, you want some? I bet you do, nigga. You look hot. I'm telling you. That's why he looking. That's why he caught an attitude with me when I asked him was he finished with that yard. Cause you gonna do it till I say you done. Not when you think you done. See, when I asked him was he done, he said I got to do this here because I had already decided it's up to my specifications. You good? I had already been out there and looked. He didn't know it. You know what I'm saying? He didn't know it. If it was up to my specification, I said, you know, I need you to go around that corner and hit this side and hit that side and hit that side. You know what I'm saying? You're not done till I say you done. Until I'm satisfied. See, even the Most High look at us the same way. The work is not done. You don't get what you want from me until I'm satisfied. You know what I'm saying? He gonna have to take it. You be bailing him out. Don't bail him out. Ain't no bailing him out. Like, see, I don't play no games. I don't cut no corners. I don't play with churn. I ain't finna, well, I'd rather do it myself. No, he gonna do it. I made that nigga sit right in there. You can watch the other children. You sit in the fun room and watch the other kids play. Dummy. And now you're going to have to see me again, boy, for what you just did to your little brother. Because that was a real coward move on your behalf.
Real mango move.
That was a real coward move on your behalf, man. That's a baby, bro. And that's your baby brother. Shameful. Now, if Brian would have jumped up and knocked all your teeth out of your mouth, I wouldn't even thought he was wrong. Well, that's his son. And the word part is, he looked at you as his son. Nigga been there sitting with you since the day you were born. And that's what you do. Shameful. You can look crazy all you want. You can't whoop me, cup. It's whenever you ready. You know what I'm saying? It whenever. If you feel like you want to get a couple years old and put some weight on you, it don't make no business. Whenever you ready.
You got more than one, though.
Ezekiel 37, man. Whenever you ready, man. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Whenever you ready. I'll wait till you turn 18, boy. I ain't got no problem with it, boy. I'll be good. I'll be good 44 years old. I'll still knock you out.
Be like Cable.
Still knock you out. And that's real. So what we stopped at? What verse we stopped at? About verse 9. Y'all forgive me with this here, man. This little boy here crazy. But any of y'all that got some kids though that acting out, I'm telling you. Well, my cousin's son was acting a fool, boy. Well, she gave that boy that toothbrush and made him, and she got a nice sized kitchen. You know what I'm talking about? She made that boy scrub all the grout and all the tile in that kitchen. And that nigga ain't acted a fool since. You know what I'm saying? He don't act out much. He ain't nowhere near this nigga here. And I ain't saying that just because he my blood. Like, he just sitting around, man. He want to try to play his video game in class. Try to pull old junkie stunt. You know what I'm saying? Got caught. You know what I'm saying? And then his mama took it away from him. And she caught him in the bathroom playing it at the house. You know what I'm saying? So I got to learn it. Because, see, my cousin don't play no games. She just posted something about she get upset when people say you got some nice, well-mannered children. She said, don't you tell me no junk like that, try to minimize my hard work. I'm not with the riders. I will knock this nigga out. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen her too. I've seen her too.
She don't want nobody to say her kids well, man.
So I'm saying my cousin don't play no games, boy. She got 2. Sean is 11. Simone is 6.
You gotta give them like that, man.
You know what I'm saying? She knocked, but we were raised that way. See, I'm gonna tell you something. Y'all think I'm hard. I'm gonna be honest with you. My cousin harder than me. And that's real. You know what I'm saying? My cousin is harder than me. Cause there's a lot of stuff I might, man, you know, all right, boy, Naisha like this here. Whoa. Like, I ain't never got that angry to be like, boy, let me get away from you before I kill him. Boy, she done did Sean like that, boy. Boy, she done walked off from him like, boy, I'ma kill him. I got to go get some air.
Do some laps.
I'm for real. And he ain't even 12. He ain't even a teenager yet. So don't feel bad for feeling that way. You know what I'm saying? Cause boy, I done heard my cousin say, yeah, I was gonna kill him. I had to woo. I done seen her do it. Boy, my cousin told him one time, she said, boy, they were finna go see a movie. She said, boy, don't get on that computer. I'm going upstairs, I'm coming right by. That nigga went and got on the computer anyway. She ain't let him go, not to clean out. When we asked him why he did it, he said, I thought she was gonna let me go anyway. We say, well, Sean, when did she ever did that? Never. Then why did you do it? I don't know. My cousin ain't never went back on her word. You done never went back on what you said you were gonna do with him. That's why he don't respect what you're talking about. That's why he don't respect what you're talking about. You done gave him a punishment, then you don't have him do it, or told him he wasn't gonna get something, gave it to him anyway. Why he don't respect? That's why when I was telling you make him do it, that's why he sat back up and looked up at you like, man, you better not listen to that nigga. You better not do that. See, you ain't even peeping when he did that. That face killed me every
It's like
time.
he got frozen so
Slowly, like,
Hush, Rocky. Hush.
You know what I'm saying? I'm telling every last one of y'all who got a child, no matter what age that they are, you got to be consistent in every form of manner of discipline that you give. Yeah, you know, you got to tan they behind every now and then. Sometimes you got to knock them clean out. You know what I'm saying? But there's more than one way to skin a cat. You know what I'm talking about? And you got to turn around and look at the purpose. What you doing is to say they lied. You know what I'm saying? So whatever you got to do to get it done, that's what's got to get done. If me busting you upside your head ain't getting it done, then I'm gonna find another way to get it done. Cause this gonna get done one way or another. I'm gonna find out what you hate and I'm gonna make you do it. You know what I'm saying? See, he played that game like he really enjoyed to be out there with. He lucky he found them gloves. I just wasn't no mean nigga. Caught me 3-4 years ago. I'd have told that nigga, man, pick it up barehanded. But since I wouldn't pick it up barehanded, hey, you gotta find you some gloves. You don't find none, you don't find none. Either way it go, it gotta get done. I know that. You know what I'm saying? You not having gloves was not gonna change the fact it didn't work. I don't care, nigga. Pick it up with your mouth. Pick it up with your feet. You know what I'm talking about? I don't care how you get it. Do something, cause if it ain't done, it's me and you. You know what I'm saying? See, my mama like this here, boy. My mama told me, boy, you better do this, it. Well, this ain't get done. It's me and you. It's me and you. And I already know, boy, my mama done showed me one time too many, boy, she just wasn't talking. My mama told me at 10 years old, in the very apartment right up the street, Marshall Arms, right up the street, that very dumpster, right up the street, don't clean that room up, I'm gonna throw all them toys in the dumpster. I tried it too. All of them went in there. And I had to watch my homeboy go in the dumpster and pluck them out and take them home.
now you at your partner's crib.
Playing with your toys. That's real. That's real. She did that.
And you can't say nothing.
She did that. She said it and she meant it. You know what I'm saying? You got to make them respect that. See, he don't respect what you talking about. See, you know that came from, he had a free run from a long time with not only you, but others. He don't respect that. You gotta, I don't care, man, I'll slap respect in that nigga face.
Nigga still see your face in your head, man.
Ugly nigga.
Face all balled up.
You know what I'm saying? How you looking right now, old ugly nigga? Balling your face up like that. Keep balling your face up like that, you gonna stay an ugly nigga. You know what I'm talking about? Keep your face straight, man. You won't be ugly. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what your people used to tell you. Ball your face up like that, be looking ugly like that, your face gonna stay like that.
It takes more muscles to frown than it does to smile.
You know what I'm saying? Like this here, that's probably why them twins was walking around sad and angry all the time. You were probably doing stuff to them. You know what I'm talking about? For real, then sometimes it's like this here, you were probably doing stuff to them children while they were upset all the time. I can't put nothing past you. I'll be dead honest with you. I can't put nothing past you. You know what I'm saying? How they just seem discontent sometimes, just crying, following you around, probably because this nigga was doing stuff to him. And this nigga was bold enough just to mush this boy in front of all of us. What he was doing when nobody wasn't looking.
Only he knows.
You come in and came at what they crying for. He probably done pushed them, threw up against the wall or something. I can't put nothing past him. I ain't never thought about that type of stuff about him till just now. Till he said, when we asked him had he ever did something to Sherelle when there ain't nobody around, he was like, you never did nothing to the twin. So you acknowledge you done something to Sherelle and ain't nobody. So I know you done something to them and ain't nobody. And then you turn around and show that when you mush the boy. Cause you mad. Look how he looking. Look how he looking. That ain't cool, man. Well, you supposed to protect him. That's your brother.
Be quiet.
But you ain't nothing but another Cain. Am I my brother's keeper? Ezekiel 37. Verse 7. Boy, ain't that something? Boy, that's ugly, boy. That's ugly, boy. That's sad state of affairs, man. I thought you were better than that, man. Obviously, I was mistaken. Good googly moo. In verse 7, man. So when we looked in Zechariah 14, we seen that earthquake, right? Knowing that there'd be an earthquake at Mashiach's return, a great shaking. Because, you know, the mountain's going to rent, and the people going to be saying, let the mountain fall on us and all that good old stuff. He's saying, when I behold, lo, the sinews and flesh came upon them, the skin covered them above. There was no breath in them. Then he said unto me, prophecy unto the wind, prophecy, son of man, say to the wind, thus saith you, Elohim, come from the four winds, O breath, breathe upon these slain that they may live. Excuse me. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came in unto them, and they lived and stood upon their feet, an exceeding great army. Then he said unto me, son of man, these bones are the whole house of Yasharai. Behold, they say our bones are dried, and our hope is lost. We are cut off for our parts. Therefore prophesy and say unto them, thus saith Yahuwah Elohim, behold, O my people, I will open your graves and cause you to come up out of your graves and bring you into the land of Yasharai. And ye shall know that I am Yahuwah when I have opened your graves, O my people, and brought you up out of your graves. And shall put my spirit in you, and you shall live, and I shall place you in your own land. Then you shall know that I, Yahuwah, have spoken it and performed it, saith Yahuwah. John chapter 5, verse 25. So I'm going to tell you something, man. I'm sorry, you know, I would have got a little bit more information in. But I had to let that sister know that. And also, y'all know that, man. Man, don't be slack on them children. Now, I know I done said many times before about whooping them, but now we got to move just past the whooping part. You know what I'm saying? It's just about a consistent applied discipline on them children. You know what I'm saying? That they don't continually think that they can do certain things and get away with it.
There's a character.
You know what I'm saying? Because the whole purpose of discipline is to save their life. He say, spare the rod, spoil the child. He say, if you beat the child with the rod, you'll save his soul from the grave. You know what I'm saying? The whole purpose is to save his life alive. Look at this little boy here. Pose master. You see him? You know what I'm talking about? That's his pose too. You know? And he know it. You know what I'm saying? The whole purpose, like she mentioned it, like this, I'm gonna tell y'all, man, how kids' minds work. Cause our minds work the same way when it comes to dealing with y'all. He looking at, man, shoot. I know mama like the house clean a certain way. So if I play stupid and don't do it, then she'll get mad, hit me, and then I ain't gotta do it. And I can go back my way. And see, y'all know that too. See, he know we'll do this here and do that there. You know what I'm talking about? And then we thinking if we do this long enough, see, that'll get us up out of it. But there ain't no getting up out of it. Because you either going to endure to the end or I'm going to cut you off. You know what I'm saying? 5:25, John. Make it 24. Truly, truly, I say unto you, he that hear my word and believe on him that sent me have everlasting life and shall not come into condemnation, but is passed from death unto life. Just like Amalek. That's the same. If he hear my word and believe on the one that I sent, which is Abraham, who is a prophet, he would pass from death unto life, because he was in the state of death because he had that man wife. But if he give her back, then he'll move on to life, because he said he'll pray for you, you'll live. Ain't that something? And ain't that something that you turn around and you look at those dead, dry bones, they were dead. And then he said he prayed for them, and he told them to breathe into them, and they would live. And prophecy. And what is prophecy? The testimony of Hamashiach. So we see them dry bones a little bigger than Israel waking up to know who they are. That's a carnal man doctrine. That's how carnal-minded people will see it, and that's where they're going to stay at with it. You know what I'm saying?
That's surface.
Surface. And the only surface we like is the band. You know what I'm saying? You know who that is? Yeah, we only like the band.
Before my time.
We looking at it right now. Truly, truly, I say unto you, the hour is coming, and now is, when the dead shall hear the voice of the Son of Elohim, and they that hear shall live. For the Father, as far as the Father have life in himself, so have he given to the Son to have life in himself, and have given him authority to execute judgment also, because he is the Son of Man. Marvel not at this, for the hour is coming in which all that in the grave shall hear his voice. Did he not say prophesy to them in their grave? Did those in his graves, they flesh came upon them and they heard him and stood up and became a great army? Is that not that same great army in Revelation chapter 7, which cannot be numbered? He said, and they shall come forth, they that have done good unto the resurrection of life, and they that have done evil unto the resurrection of damnation. And then you know also another instance where this might be the 11th or 12th way that we've been able to look at Matthew 27:53. Those men who rose from the dead is them same dry bones when he came up out of their graves and they came into the land of Yasharal because he breathed on them. Because he rose, because remember the same way he did his disciples, right? He did what? He breathed on them and said, receive ye the Ruach HaKodesh. Prophesy on these dry bones and say, live. He say, bring the four winds and live. And what he turn around and do? Breathe on them. Say, can these bones live? Why would these bones able to live? Because the Mashiach had already prayed in John chapter 17 on their behalf. Matthew 5:17. We'll stop right there, Matthew 5:17. Think not that I come to destroy the law or the prophets. I'm sorry. Romans 16. I'm sorry. Let me finish Romans 16. So as we already seen in verse 17, how we able to mark divisions and offenses contrary to the doctrine which we have learned and avoid those people. As you seen, that's the same thing that Abraham was trying to do himself, was to avoid people that he had perceived did not have the fear of the Most High in them. That's what y'all need to start learning to do, is to avoid people who don't have the fear of the Most High. No big old behind crawling. He crunk up. He good and crunk up. He say, verse 17, for they that are such serve not our master Yahushua HaMashiach, but their own belly. See, that was sit back in some of y'all. Y'all serve a Mashiach or you serve your lust. Yeah, you know, we dealt with that while we wonder why he go on his belly and he had to eat dust. Carnal nigga. He's saying by good words and fair speeches deceive the hearts of the simple. See, that's how a lot of y'all get got. Girl, you look good in that outfit. Boy, you look woo woo. Yeah. Man, look here, man. Ain't nobody gonna know, bro. Man, look here, man. It's lawful to do good on the Shabbat, man. If you got to go to work, man, you got to go to work. We in captivity. He say, for your obedience is come abroad unto all men. I am glad, therefore, on your behalf. But I would yet you would be that you would have you wise unto that which is good and simple concerning evil. So we need to be the direct opposite of what we started at in Jeremiah 4:22 about having knowledge to do good, to do evil, but to do good we had no knowledge. We need to learn to talk about that which is good, which is the obedience to Yah's word. We need to start being wise to that. And when it comes to doing evil, we need to be like young simpleton over here. Extremely stupid when it comes to, I don't know nothing about that. Because he ain't got no knowledge in him to do right. He just showed you that this man was finna hit his own brother. Boy, 1 month short of turning 2 years old, he about to strike his own brother. I'll wait till we cut the camera off before I say what I got to say on that. Everything just don't need to be heard abroad. We ain't finna abuse him. For any of you niggas who thinking that. We ain't need none of that there. If we gotta abuse him, we just go ahead and let them white folks have him. It get that point you feel like you're gonna abuse him and kill him, just go and give him to them white folks then. Ain't no sense of going to jail. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no sense of going to jail. Ain't finna do all that there.
Send him to a military school.
Ain't finna do all that there. You know what I'm saying? And the Elohim of peace shall bruise Satan under your feet shortly. The grace of our master, Yahushua HaMashiach, be with you. Amen. Now, Matthew 5:17. Well, I can't believe that one there, boy. That nigga tried to hit Joshua. Boy, don't you know, boy? And it's just in case, just for sake of example, because obviously it would be pretty hard for us to ascertain that because he can't construct full sentences in a long process. But don't you know, boy, if he believe in the Mashiach, boy, it's better than a millstone be hanged from your neck than you should offend that little boy.
Stop.
Yeah, you ain't know the book said that, did you? You ought to go to hell for that. All it takes is for him to believe on the Mashiach, and you ought to go to hell for trying to strike it. He said it's better a millstone be hung from your neck than to offend any of these little ones.
Stop.
Oh, son of Belial, you are. Think not that I come to destroy the law or the prophets. I come not to destroy, but to fulfill. For truly I say unto you, till Shamahim and earth pass, or one jot or one tittle shall a no wide path from the law till all be fulfilled. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called least in the kingdom of Shamahim. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of Shamahim. For I say unto you that except your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees, you shall in no case enter into the kingdom of Shamahim. Praise ye Yah for Yahushua HaMashiach and the word. Y'all understood all this stuff this evening? Well, thank y'all. You all right over there?